Hello. There you go. Would be helpful if you could hear me correctly. Thank you very much, Dr. Raphael. Thank you very much for that. I much appreciated the advice. And by the way, I've got a weird issue going on. So I now have chat on the screen with me, and I'm going to be having chat on the screen with me whilst I watch the episode. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I'm maybe. Good morning, by the way. Coffee. Well, good morning to you. If Sad Bunny's here, it's not good morning. It's good afternoon. Same for me. It's 2:40 p.m. And I did get up at a decent time today. Well, not early, but I got up half 10, 11 today. Yeah, I know. And I didn't get to bed until whatever time we finished. But yeah, today is going to be a bit of a strange one. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Feel like a teacher early in the morning. Good morning, sir. Yeah, so today is going to be a bit of a strange one because, as you know, we were going to be watching, for some reason, the episode that I thought was called Loud and Clear, even though I knew it was called Lucky Day. When I looked it up, Loud and Clear came up. And I was like, did I get the wrong name? Maybe an old episode was called Loud and Clear. Like, there was an old season 15, episode 4, so maybe it came up with that. It's when I was trying to make the thumbnail and I was trying to figure out what the name of the episode was called. But yes, that's not bad, all considering. I know. Which is really weird. I've just realised that you said loud and clear, and that's what I thought. I thought the episode title was called Loud and Clear. Was it Loud and Clear that I'd said? I think. Yeah, my brain is switched on today, by the way. Miraculously, it is. Yeah, a bit of a weird one. My tablet that I was reading the chat on decided to die on me today. It's been on charge overnight all together, and today it doesn't work. I'm a little confused because it was definitely on charge. So instead, I've got chat on the screen with me, and then I'm going to have the program to the left, which is, yeah, very strange. Or I've got my phone that I can have the chat on, but it means I'm going to have to, for this one, I'm going to have to sort of keep looking at the phone, so it doesn't make any sense. Because what I'm planning on doing in future for the next live stream, which I was hoping it might be tomorrow, depends. It might be tomorrow that we watch episode 5. I don't know yet. But when I do it, the phone that's there, because that's my spare, but the phone that's there, I only have that because that was the one I was using before. You know, the one with the cracked screen that I had last time we did reactions. It's not cracked, it was just the cover. So I took it all off, and that is going to go over here, and then my tablet is potentially going to be behind with the timer bigger. I don't know yet because I've got that phone holder there, that clippy thing can clip here so that I can read the chat at the side, and it might make more sense. I don't know yet. You got 6 hours sleep. Let's chat for a few minutes before we start getting into the behind the scenes because it's really weird. Today I'm going to do the behind the scenes of yesterday's episode, which was, what's the name of the episode? Oh, The Well. Yeah, we're going to do behind the scenes of The Well today, and then we're going to go in to watch Lucky Day and then do the behind the scenes of that one. Or I switch it around and I do Lucky Day first and the behind the scenes for that, and then at the end we do the Well behind the scenes. What do you guys think? I really enjoyed The Well, Mike. Thank you. Really enjoyed The Well. And I don't know if you've seen it yet, so I don't. Well, I'm presuming you have. I don't know if anyone else here has seen it. That's why I know Raphael has, obviously, but I don't want to spoil anything in case you have yet to see it. So this episode hopefully won't go into any spoilers, and if it does, then never mind. Yeah, I can't believe you don't have coffee in the morning. What is going on? What? How do you survive per day? And by the way, yes, thank you for the tips. I That genuinely is very helpful about flexing my toes. Was it my toes? Yeah, do toe lifts, flexing the calves, etc. Because of like when I broke my foot. I don't know how I broke it, and it might help to, yeah, to pump blood around my my legs potentially. But yeah, I do sit here hours editing, but I do try and also get out and do walks. Obviously, it was so difficult to do that with a broken leg. I couldn't do it, so I had to, with a crutch, kind of walk around the front room a bit and then come back a bit, and it just didn't work very well. Um, I couldn't really get any exercise other than flexing my leg back and forth. Yes, Mike, what is your beverage of choice? I'm trying to sort of be a little bit more relaxed at the moment and not be as upbeat and energetic because I'm trying to save that for the stuff we've got to do, like the reaction itself. Um, but I also want to keep up the momentum so that my brain doesn't start shutting down on me. So because I'm tired, I'm a little bit tired, not gonna lie. Um, yeah, maybe do the behind the scenes back to back. I think that's what we did when the only reason I thought about doing the behind the scenes first was so that we had that done and dusted and it allowed people to come in. But then I don't want people to come in and go, oh, wait, he's already on the behind the scenes. He's not watching that episode today and he's got it wrong. Or he's already watched it, etc. So that's why I was thinking maybe do the behind the scenes after instead. So yeah, that's probably a better way of doing it. I've got, if it's helpful, I've got the episode ready anyway to watch for when we're all good and ready to go. What's that? My phone to chat, second phone to watch episode, and you on 55-inch TV. Nice. See, that's what I do when I watch. If I watch a streamer, I have the stream on my TV, and then I have the chat on my phone that I can then type because it makes more sense. And then that way I can do work, especially if I'm sat here, I'm editing, I'm watching the stream, and then I can just type and whilst I'm editing. It kind of works. Or I've got my tablet on the side that I can do the same thing. Um, so you count as three in the chat. Yeah, to be fair, I think a lot of people do the same thing. At least I know I do. So I tried to drink a lot of sparkling water as I used to drink too much soda. Yeah, years ago I drank loads of like Diet Coke and stuff, but now I don't drink any. I think I had the last time I had some was a couple of months back. I drink water and coffee. That's literally all I drink, unless it's alcoholic, obviously. But that's very rare as well. um, you just can't do warm drinks for some reason. Yeah, I've known people in my life like that, where they just can't have any warm drinks. It's crazy to me, but yeah, people do. People can't have tea or coffee or hot chocolate or anything. It's By the way, I've only got the mic here for now. When I do the reaction, it will be down here again. If you're okay with the sound here, then I'll just leave it here because I know I'll forget it otherwise. And we do need to put the text on the screen. I need to do my intro first, so I'll do it in a second. Oh, and also what I need to remember to do, maybe you guys remind me if you can, because I know I'm probably going to forget. When we do the behind the scenes for the well, I also need to do my outro. I know I didn't do that yesterday. I did it on purpose, obviously, so that I would do it today. Worst case scenario, I'm wearing the same outfit. I can probably take the outro from the Lucky Day outro, and it should be okay. Because it is just me saying, well, thanks guys for watching. I mean, I could do it now, but I'm probably going to chop all of this out when it comes to editing, and I'll forget that I've put it in here, or I'll take a million years trying to find it. So try and remind me. Thank you very much. I mean, if you don't, that's okay. I think one of the episodes last season, I had to do the same thing as well. I had to grab the outro from a previous episode, and I've had to do it a few times where I've been doing film trivia for a film. When I did the What We Do in the Shadows video, little do you know, which you will know now, it's a little behind the scenes funny thing. When I did the trivia for that, at the time, I wasn't feeling great, so I looked awful. So I'd watched the film, but I hadn't done any of the trivia at the time. So it got to editing it, and then I thought, oh my god, I need to record all of this trivia, and it needs to be done by literally the next day or a couple of days later. So I stayed up 24/7. I recorded all the trivia and edited all the trivia together, and then I realized the ending I don't have me on camera saying goodbye for some reason. I don't know. I think it's because I ended my review of it, and what I've done now when I film stuff, and if I don't do trivia, I will finish my review and say, okay, let's watch the trivia now. Sorry, let's dive into the trivia now. And then I also record my outro with my quote for the film, etc. You know, the thing that you can type down, blah, blah, blah. But in that one, I didn't do it in the What We Do in the Shadows video. So if you look at me saying goodbye, it's not me on camera, which I think I had to do for the Interview with the Vampire, which is hilarious. I think that one was off camera, me saying goodbye, potentially. No, I think I did. I think I did grab something from another episode, but hilariously enough, yes, I must have, yeah, because, or from that video, because when I did What We Do in the Shadows goodbye, my goodbye was actually taken from the yet to be released Amadeus video. So I'd recorded one for Amadeus, kind of a similar outfit, but I'd yet to put that video out. So I grabbed my goodbye from the Amadeus video and I put it into the What We Do in the Shadows video. So it was like a time travel forward moment to saying goodbye. What's that I got you, Marty? Not completely senile yet. Thank you. I mean, thanks for reminding me. I know I'm going a bit stir crazy and I am losing the plot, and yes, I am forgetting things, but hey, that's not. I'm not going senile, I swear. Sorry, what did we say? Is there a way to capture this chat when you post it? Yeah, so it should automatically. I need to check back. We'll do that now, actually. When I set up the live stream yesterday for yesterday's one, I did select it so that it should remember the chat. So when you watch it back in real time, it shows the chat. So if you watch back at 50 minutes into it, whatever chat is going on the screen, it should appear. Not on screen, but you know, on the little sidebar chat. Obviously, if you're watching it on the TV, I don't think it does that. That's the downside, unless I have chat on screen. Which is why I've said to you guys, would you prefer me to have the chat on screen? And today, I can actually do that because with having it on the sidebar of my computer, it keeps the chat active. Whereas if I do what I normally do and have it off screen, it freezes it. So it's a weird one. I'm just going to check back yesterday's to see if we do have the live stream. Well, that's weird. Wait, did it not? It didn't save it. What the hell? No. This is why I hate YouTube's live system. It doesn't save the chat. I don't understand why. I'm so sorry, guys. Yesterday we had so much great conversation. I mean, luckily I did say who said what when I was trying to reply to stuff. Like, yes, Raphael, blah, blah, blah. Yes, sad money, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I need to change that for today's. Let me change it. Not on yours. Yeah, customization. I've got it here. I've got it set up on yesterday's one as well. Look, this is what I had yesterday set up as. Hang on, I can do it as a... This is what I had yesterday set up as live chat replay. So it should have been on there. I used the same settings for everything. I don't have it set for live reactions or anything, but that's so confusing. It's definitely there because that's where it shows the original messages sent anytime, etc., etc. Yeah. Meaning that today should do the same thing. I'm highly confused. And look, this is the one from yesterday and it's not there. Do I have to activate it? I'm so confused. Has anybody got a clue? Because I apparently don't. Uncheck and then recheck it. Maybe. Is that going to mess it up though? Well, I'll tell you what. For today, shall I put it on the screen maybe? Because it won't be in the way of me editing because I'm just going to circle around me when I edit anyway. It will appear as live chat replay. I saw it, I believe, whilst catching up this morning. Wait, so it did show up for you this morning, Mike? Really? Yeah, because I've not got it on my side. Did you see it? I know you're still looking at my screen. Did you see it a minute ago? Because this is, by the way, this is how I'm going to be watching it. I'll show you. One sec. The chat is going to be on the right hand side here, and then the episode is going to be here on the left for me. So it's going to be like I'm watching it along. But for some reason I've messed it up. So this bit here on the left, I now can't see the episode, like the timeline thing for the episode. Let's see. That's how I'm going to watch it. Try not to give myself spoilers. That looked like Christopher Eccleston's. You know, the bit with that there reminds me of Christopher Eccleston's thing. It's not there now, so I said I could have imagined it. Oh, okay. That's so weird though that it was there and then it wasn't. And I also realised I have actually missed something of what you said. I'm so sorry. You said, "Are a nice craft beer on a weekend. You must dash briefly in 45 minutes for my half a mile walk." Okay, that's fine. Should we maybe get on with the episode then? Or that's gonna interrupt you, isn't it? Are you sure? Because you're gonna then miss my ending. Basically, I have stuff that I need to do tonight about 6 o'clock. Hence why 1:30 makes more sense. We can go through both things. And it works also that if we do the behind the scenes for the well last, because if I don't get a chance to do it live, I can just record that in my own time. I'd only thought, you know, it might be quite cool to watch that back. But to be fair, there probably isn't much behind the scenes kind of stuff that we could check out for that episode, because it isn't really set heavy, is it really? It's just people in a room. So it kind of doesn't really work with that one, although I do want to see how they did like the text sort of thing. I know obviously that was just a thing on them that they had the digital effect over the top, but carry on and you'll catch up. Okay, so how is everybody? I need to switch this back. I've just realized I'm still on that other window. There we go. How is everybody ready for the episode? Are you looking forward to this one? I honestly don't know what to think with this one because, hang on, I need to figure out which window I need to be on. That's it. Because I need to change this to say episode 4. Not loud and clear. Lucky day. Yeah, genuinely, I had my thumbnail and everything set up to say whatever I said it was, like lucky day or something. No, sorry, loud and clear. Which is just really weird. So I had to change it all. Raphael, your Falcor. Thank you. Thank you for that. I saw your message in regards to my foot video. That sounds really weird. My foot video. It's about my broken foot. It's not some weird fetish thing. It's not my foot video. Yeah. No, I saw your message. I've yet to reply to you. Apologies, but I did see your message. You're ready and excited for this one. Okay. I know this is the one with the weird creature things. And is this a Dr. Light episode? This is what I was going to say. It feels like it is a Dr. Light episode that it focuses on Ruby and that guy, her boyfriend, who I'm really not keen on, and I think he could be a bad guy, but I'm not entirely sure. It's only just because I have just a strange feeling about him, but I tend to get that with certain people. So, and he's an actor, though. You know, what's that? Hold out for cash on foot video. That will never be happening. I would never be doing that. You're here for more of the reaction than the episode. Okay, cool. Okay, that's cool. And you can always catch up with it anyway, can't you? I mean, to be fair, you could always take me on the walk as well. Probably best not though. Okay. I'm just trying to think of what I need to do before I start the video. Well, I need to try and get the... Give me a sec, guys. I want to try and get this timed to after. So I'll tell you in a second about what I was saying about the timing, because we started speaking about that before, didn't we? So let me just show you on the screen and you'll see what I mean about this whole thing. So when I say about the timing with the idents and stuff, look, at the beginning, obviously this is me having downloaded the episode. At the beginning, there's a BBC logo, and I can't show too much of this because of copyright. But when it gets to the end, it cuts straight into this. But there's another version, if you're watching it on... This Disney Plus version. If you're watching it on BBC iPlayer, it doesn't show BBC like that. It shows the Whoniverse stuff. So basically, you get to the end of this. I'm hoping YouTube doesn't block me for showing the BBC logo a couple of times. Keep getting to the end of it, and then there you go. That's where we go from. The very first, pretty much, the very first frame of this. Does that help? I'm hoping so. Because they're all different times, which is so stupid. I just don't understand it. Do not understand it. Anyway. Where are we going to? There. Lucky day. Oh, last night you were 10 seconds ahead. Oh, that's the reason that I had the issue for the that's why I keep saying to people to skip past that ident. So basically play the episode until it gets past that ident, because the Whoniverse one is like 25 seconds long, something stupid, whereas the BBC one is, as you saw, 5 seconds long, not even that. So you're ready and pause there. Okay, that's good. You need your hand for the railing to keep my feet. Okay, yeah. Don't hold the phone then with me on it. Right, what I'm going to do is there's a timer I'm going to put up here that won't be active for the entire time. I've now turned off the lock screen on there, by the way. But it is on a 10-minute thing. I can't set it. This is the reason I wanted to switch it around to the tablet goes up there instead, because if the tablet's there, it will stay on all the time. I need to get like a proper timer, I think, for the background, because OBS is so stupid and the timers don't work correctly on OBS. They either crash out, they miscalculate times, so it's just easier using a thing on screen. You synced in the end. You're a one-fingered typist. I mean, yeah. It sounds like you're swearing at yourself. I don't know why. It just it sounded like you were putting yourself down with us. I'm a one-fingered typist. Like a cotton-headed ninny-muggins. Yeah. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is that there's a timer there, so that will count down from 5, and then as that hits 0, we press play. Okay? That's it, basically. And then that will count. And then if anybody comes into the chat and is like, oh, what's the time? Where are we? I'll need to activate the phone again, that's why I'm saying it's a little bit of a pain that I have to keep reaching back to activate it. Whereas obviously if I had the phone by me, I could say, that's the time we're on, which I've done before. Hence why I want the screen just to be active all the time. It would just be so much better. I know some of you know because you've been here yesterday, so you understand it. Or you've been here before and you understand it. Or maybe you're just a time traveler and you've already seen this stream go out as it is. Maybe watching it back on catch up. I'm not saying you're a cotton-headed ninny muggins. My word, Raphael. My word. Right. I think we're ready. I do in fact believe we are ready. Everybody shout if you're ready, by the way. And if so, then we'll begin. Well, not yet. I need to get my headphones on and set the timer, etc. But yeah, just want to make sure everybody's ready. Oh, and also I won't keep whacking my leg against the lead as well. Sure you won't like the sound of it dong dong constantly. Come on, work for me, my boy. Oh, I've just unlocked you already. You don't need to be unlocked there. So that's the 5 second countdown. Next to the gremlin. Darkly, hello. that was a very chuckle vision. Hello. How are you? Are you all good? I don't know if I posted out at the correct time doing this. I don't know if I went live at the correct time for this. This one I feel like is more of a UK stream more than anything, because yesterday was at such a time that it was for a US audience more, which is where my audience is. So yeah, you're either sarcastic or self-deprecating. Think a bit of both. To be fair, you're very much like me. I self-deprecate, that self-defecate almost. Self-deprecating. I do that all the time myself, and I put myself down, and people tell me not to. But it's just a thing that I do. I don't mean it. I don't actually mean that I'm a complete twat. I just say that I am. Yeah. And by the way, I'm sorry if it sounds like ASMR when I'm drinking coffee. That it's so close to the mic. Um, Not me sipping constantly. Oh yeah, and I'm sarcastic as well a lot of the time. You're getting the episode. Okay, no worries. And as someone kindly said yesterday, in case you didn't see the catch up chat yesterday, exactly self-deprecating. Um, there's a certain DM website, Daily something. Episodes might be available there, but I'm not allowed to say that. So that's not where I get mine from, because I get mine from Disney. But that's only because I don't. Weirdly, even though I'm watching a BBC program, I'm not that keen on them. Hence why I get it a different way. And if you wonder how I get access to Doctor Who from that, I use a VPN service that I'm not going to name, like I did yesterday on the stream, because then I feel like I'm being sponsored specifically on the stream, and I'm not. But the videos will be when they come out, because I actually use it myself. So I will never give you guys anything that I do not recommend, or sorry, do not use myself, if that makes sense. Yeah. And that I, enjoy using, and it is actually helpful. And a VPN service actually is very helpful for doing this. So I saw you did the well yesterday and I missed it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Darkly. I know we did it at a really weird time. I did it at 2:30 a.m. and then today, oh yeah, weirdly today I did the same time, 12 hours ahead from myself. I did 2:30 and then 2:30 again. How weird is that? Well, I did 2:15, sorry, and then 2:30. I didn't even think. That was by accident. You're good now. Perfect. Well, anybody that's watching that isn't tuned in, you know what I mean? Not in the chat. Um, get your episode ready. Give it a few minutes and we will start. Okay? I am going to be back in 2 seconds. I want to blow my nose. 1 second. I'm not I'm not even going to put you onto a timeout screen or anything. I'm just going to timey-wimey stuff, exactly. I'm going to just mute the mic and then go and blow my nose. Back in a sec. He's back, he is back. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Smoke what? Oh, if you're on about... Yeah, I don't smoke. Never have. And never will do. Yeah, take a little break. Everybody take a little break. No, don't, please. Right, we're about to get ready. Mike, I've just noticed that you said something about Sad Bunny. You said, thanks, Sad Bunny, I got... Oh, you mean thanks to Sad Bunny. Yes, that place is very helpful. I have used the place before, not to physically watch the episodes, only to get clips and stuff. So I'm about to download the episode, grab the clips if I need it for something, and then get rid of it. Oh, just the saying. Yeah. I think I'm ready. I'm not ready to watch it, as in I'm petrified. I'm always petrified when I go in to watch something that I'm not ready for it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What I'll do is in a minute I'll press play, and then we will get going. And let's hope that Lucky Day is a very good episode, and then we'll get checking out the whatchamacallit afterwards. The Internet Archive is also a treasure trove. Is it really? I have not noticed. So I know the Internet Archive is helpful for quite a lot of bits. I know they had issues a little while ago, but I didn't know for Doctor Who. Although I know they do loose cannon. They do loose cannon episodes. Unleashed. No, you're on about for watching Unleashed afterwards. No, this is the thing. So Unleashed, I tried to do that on a previous stream ages ago. I think it was last year. And Unleashed is very heavily copyrighted because it's a full show, whereas the behind the scenes video, which is like 9 or 11 minutes usually, that one isn't as bad because it's just a YouTube video. It still is copyright by the BBC, but they don't flag it as much. So I'm able to get away with some of it, whereas Unleashed, and also Unleashed is like an hour-long episode. So that would be a hefty thing to flick through and keep pausing, etc. Yeah, the YouTube rubbish, yeah. I haven't seen any of the Unleashed episodes because of that specific thing, because I don't watch it. I don't watch Doctor Who in my own time now. I watch it with you guys specifically. Obviously, I watch it for the channel if it's classics and stuff, but yeah. You're a big Twilight Zone OG fan, so keen to see some of your stuff on that. I know. I can't wait to bring you it. And weirdly, having just seen The Incredible Shrinking Man, or at least putting it out, that odd timing of me having just watched the Last Flight episode of The Twilight Zone, as I was editing that video, I'd watched it for the channel, obviously, and it was written by the same guy. And also, someone told me that apparently Somewhere in Time, the film, is also written by Richard Matheson as well, which I did not know. And I've already seen Somewhere in Time for the channel. It's not gone out yet, but still. Makes sense, and you remember now. Years. You watch the Unleashed episodes also? Do you get spoilers looking around YouTube for that? No, that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why. So thank God, by the way. I've got the behind the scenes video for yesterday's The Well episode. Thankfully, I didn't pick that up before the stream, because normally what I do is I grab a copy of it to watch. So I download it to watch it with you guys, to go through it. Luckily, I didn't, because the title of it gives away. It gives away the whole sequel to such and such episode. And I'm like, don't be putting that stuff in titles. And I hate, I need to say this. I don't think I said it yesterday. I freaking hate the BBC and everybody talking around Doctor Who. This is the reason why I'm watching Doctor Who at the moment, because so many people are spoiling it for people that haven't seen it. Not everybody watches it within the first hour it's been aired. Do you know what I mean? And people are spoiling it by putting stuff up. Obviously, I've not seen any of it, but it's that because I've stayed off of everything. But people keep spoiling stuff and putting stuff up, like what happened in yesterday's episode. Like today, when I was trying to grab the behind the scenes video, I noticed so many people had posted about it. Not everybody has seen it yet, so it's crazy. He's amazing. I have a book of his short stories. Yeah, I know. I didn't realize how good he really was and how much stuff I've actually seen of his. People have put spoilers in the thumbnails. I know. I know. I get it's crazy. That's my thing, is that I won't do that. I won't put the spoilers in there. I might even edit the one that I did yesterday for the well, because it doesn't really give it away, but obviously the woman is a big part of it, but you kind of know that by the pictures anyway. And there's no references to certain other people in there. So he also wrote the story I Am Legend. Oh, the one that it's based on. I've seen I Am Legend. Love that film. I've not seen the original though. There's an original one. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off tangent. We're gonna watch this episode. Yeah, if I hadn't seen the finale on the day, I would have been spoiled that night by a thumbnail I saw. No, you're kidding. I don't understand people. Like, I've had to stay off of. I don't really use Facebook, but I had to stay off of Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook. I've literally posted the two things I've posted to Twitter and Blue Sky by having the message written already with the link that I need to post out, quickly going on it, pressing send on the message, like pasting it in, sending, and then coming off the app. So apologies if anybody's messaged me over there. I've not seen it. They're currently spoiling the finale. Fantastic. Fan-bloody-tastic. This is the reason why I need to watch it ASAP, hence watching it with you guys every day, as much as I can. So that's why tomorrow I'm hoping that I'll be able to watch episode 5 with you. And then 6 on Saturday, 7 on Sunday, or depending. And then that way we get through them quicker. Just because I need to watch them before I see anything. I do not want to be spoiled. So anyway, are you ready? I'm going to set this timer and get watching it. Okay? I think it's a good idea. Mainly just because it's 3:17 now. So right. Let me see. Okay, the timer is ready. Same time tomorrow. Potentially, actually, yeah, potentially. I feel bad though because there's a lot of Mike's ready. Thank you. I feel bad because there's a lot of the US audience. That's the reason why I thought a 6 p.m. was a bit better. Basically, I'm trying to time it around other stuff that I've got on today. And I need to see what's happening tomorrow because I've also got other stuff on tomorrow. So I need to see when that's happening to be able to then time it again. So it's probably going to be the same thing where you just won't. It's going to be happening tomorrow, most likely, but I just don't know when. And then if it does need to be called off, then I'll just say to you guys, okay, stream is going to be tomorrow instead. I don't know where you guys find it better me letting you know. The YouTube posting, the thing that used to be the community tab. Do you prefer that? I've got such an itchy nose today. It's the tiredness, that's what it is. Also, I've drank half my coffee already. Us Yanks will catch up. I know. I've just most of my audience is US, so although judging by this chat, half of my audience is actually the UK for Doctor Who. So yeah, right. I think we're ready because I'm ready. I'm ready. Then ready. I'll also post about it probably over on Discord as well. So if you guys have got Discord, feel free to join us there. Oh, you always see the YouTube reels. Thank you. I honestly don't know who sees those, so maybe I should do that. Maybe I should post it. I probably should have posted something today. I didn't do yesterday because of... Shall I post the YouTube reel now and say we're about to watch it? Get on with it. I know. Let's watch. Okay. I'll post the reel tomorrow. Just making sure I've got the headset on the right way around. I think so. I'll probably spend ages doing a reel if I was to do one now anyway. But I'd be on camera doing it, so you'd see the behind the scenes of me creating a reel. So, anyway. Aye, it's ready. Very Cyberman. Yeah. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, I will press that. We'll wait to 0 and then press play. Okay. Am I recording? I've just realised I didn't intro. I didn't do my intro, did I? Let me do the intro quickly. Right. See how quickly I can do this one. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing very well today. My name is Marty, and today we are watching Lucky Day, the 5th episode. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. My name is Marty, and today we're watching Doctor Who's 4th episode of season 15 called Lucky Day. Currently on a live stream at the moment doing this, so hello chat. Chat is here, by the way. Hang on, let me see if this works. Frick! It didn't work. I was so hoping that would work then. There. Say hello, chat. That didn't work. Do you skip last time on or theme song or just let it play? Oh, wait, if you've got the last time and stuff. So, Darkly, anyone that's just joined us, if you're about to start, was it Marty is starting from the first frame after the ident? Thank you very much. Yes. So, for you or for anyone else joining, it will be straight after the ident. Oh, what's an ident? Sorry. Right, I'll show you on this. One sec. It's the logo at the very beginning. Let me show you. I'll have to retime this in a second, but so at the beginning, one of them has the BBC logo, or if you're watching it on the BBC, weirdly, it's got the Whoniverse Disney logo. Okay, so get to the end of whatever you've got. So for me, there. So basically start on the fireworks shot, if that helps. Hopefully that helps. Okay, do we have chat on the screen? Do we not? I think we don't. Right, let me go. Right, let me just do this one sec. Hi, chat. So yeah, we're doing a live stream at the moment, and so yeah, we're doing a live stream at the moment. If you want to catch up with the full uncut reactions to these episodes of Doctor Who, I did previously say that you could check them out over on Patreon as a YouTube member, which I'm probably still going to post over there. As in these live streams. I don't know if I'm going to make them into uncuts yet. I don't know, but if you want to catch up with us watching them live, then you can do on the live tab on YouTube. For free as well. You prefer the chat on the screen? Oh, if you're watching it on TV, you will see the chat on the screen anyway. In that corner just here, scrolling down and up and down. So, well, not scrolling up and down. It's scrolling up. But yeah, because that's how I normally watch stuff. Okay. What else do I need to say? But yes, without further ado, let's watch... Why do I keep clapping? But yes, without further ado, let's watch Doctor Who's Lucky Day. Hopefully that helps. I think that's fine. Are you just confirming it works? Yes. Good. Good. Yeah. Right. Let's get that on the screen. The reason I have this on the screen, by the way, is in case anyone wants to tune in halfway through and they're not entirely sure. Me putting this in the corner then lets them know that's where we are and that's the timing we're on. So we don't have to say it. I hope that makes sense. Beautifully done. Thank you. Right. Now we actually will watch the episode. It's a miracle. He's actually watching something. Would help if my headset was on my ear correctly. Okay. I will set the timer in a second, and I need to see the timer to do this. Okay. Is everyone ready in chat? Just to check. Again. Because we are starting. Now you're saying let's get on with it. It's 3:30. I'm going to take that as a yes because you're very delayed for me. Okay. Taking the silence as a yes. Right. You've got time anyway. It's a time travel show. Okay, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Yep, this is exactly what New Year's like. What year does this take place in then? Also, how did they film that? Did they get stock footage of everything happening at New Year? Or did they digital effects, you know? Still love that device. Oh, New Year's Eve. Trying to see the year on the poster. That does not help. "2007? Wasn't that around the same time as the thing I said about the Christopher Eccleston wheel shot? When was that?" Yeah. Bingo. Title mention. Wait. Is that going to be Ruby's boyfriend as a kid? Yeah, I think. Hey! Oh, he does radio. Or a podcast. Love it. He's got my setup, guys. And weirdly, I also have... Oh, it's over there. I got my pop mic shield that I bought. I newly bought one the other day. The thing he's got in front of the mic. And I do radio as well. Weird. I'm not evil, though. He's probably not evil. I'm saying he's evil, though. Mainly just because I don't trust guys in Doctor Who most of the time. Wait, so he hasn't seen the TARDIS when it was Christopher Eccleston or Tennant or what was that? Autons? Did that? Oh, I think it was the camera moved. I th Please, please tell me we're getting a rose. There was something moving there. Are we getting a? Are the dummies gonna move? I mean, come on, Doctor Who loves a good. Oh, I forgot that those creatures. Wait, are we? Those. Yay! Going back in time to have a bit of Ruby and the Doctor. Feels weird because I completely forgot for 2 seconds that Belinda is now our companion. I would not have been drinking that. Sorry, broken thoughts in this, but this episode has reminded me so much of Rose with the dummies, and Russell loves a good heart back to something. Like, I think he used the store from Rose in a previous episode as well. It's then. You cheeky man, taking a picture sneakily of her. So this takes place. Bit creepy. Um. So this takes place, and he's on a podcast, by the way. Yeah. Even unit people are listening, and this takes place after the Beatles episode, is what I was trying to say. Oh no, I was about to say the coffee right next to everything. They got a podcast cam. This is all too real. Hmm. Also, how good does Millie Gibson look? She's lovely. She lives in Notting Hill. I did not know that. Not a quick one like that. No, coffee. It's what he means. Also, did you spot the poster? Lucky day. The shriek is that villain thing? The creature? Oh. Great. This is weird. But I love it. Very Ghostbusters. Very visual. You should get her explaining it on the podcast. Because that was great for visual stuff. Oh. Oh, he kept the 50p. Today is my lucky day because I met you. Let me guess. That was kind of obvious, but sweet. But romantic. Hmm. That's usually what happens with dinner. Do we get to see her nan and her mum? Why? I like a hair like that. It's different. Does that fit in with the timeline though of her hair being like that before? Well, this is now, isn't it? So maybe. Cherry Sunday. I really liked Ruby's episodes because it felt so real, normal. Not saying that Belinda's aren't, but hers kind of felt grounded, kind of like Rose's did. It felt regular. Hello, Yock. You're right. Sorry, I'll get back to you in a second. I will be streaming the next episode. Yes, hopefully one tomorrow. Episode 5 tomorrow. Not boyfriend. No. Yeah. I like this. The don't give him too much info, because then the creatures will know it. I like the rings, the lights. The creatures are near. That's us all at a certain stage. She deserves to be happy, but I don't get a great feeling from him, but... Her real mum, yeah. Well, the other mum, yeah. Not real. Didn't think they'd get her back. And Cherry. Well done. Hmm? Cherry, you watched The Wicker Man? Hopefully the original like we did here on the channel. It's good. Oh, I love the camera work with the effect. Yeah, she did. Also, what village was it? That's what I do. I'm your boyfriend. And things are playing up. Kind of reminds me of the village where she was born. What have you guys said? I'm so sorry. Oh, he was Prince Eric. I didn't know that. I've not seen the new Mermaid. There he is. To unit. Hurry. Love the pub. Oh, alone. You like working late with him. I won't be worried. Why did you say no? I mean, you're on a date, I know, but... Guess so it doesn't work. With love, maybe? Sorry, did you say you need a reference for it? Do you want a... Hang on. That's the time we're on now. Sorry, I didn't realise. That's in the episode with that there. Okay. Checking on the shriek. I still got a really weird feeling with Kate in these new episodes. Oh. Jump scare. Yep, there it is. They're like the... You know I said Ghostbusters. They're like the creature in Ghostbusters. Perfect. You can tell me anything, yeah. And now nothing. It's so weird for him. What? You've got a hidden song within you that no one knows what the hell you're on about. I quite like that we're hearing it from the other side as they dissolve back into normal life. You know how they reintegrate into life. Ding 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 ding. Not by yourself, you won't. Uh, he's the only other guy there I know, but creature. Oh, oh shit! Tucky mushrooms. You freaking idiot! Why? I suppose. Grah! You don't need to compare yourself to him. She wanted someone that was not like him in some ways and safe. He's an absolute twit. That's good. That's brilliant. He's now turned into Shaun of the Dead. Baseball bat. Cricket bat, sorry, not baseball bat. Except you don't have a TARDIS to run off into. Just a regular red box. Don't sneak up like that. To be fair, he's correct. He should have been with her. Good. Although, bringing the danger right to her. I wonder where they filmed this. It's a really nice village. Sparky's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Or a creature. Here comes the cavalry. I like how she said, no, I'll be fine. They still sent it anyway. Anyone think of this feels very 73 yards? but more action-packed because of the village. Also, great integration with the... Because that's not digital, is it? I think that's physical. Yeah, it's a physical... What? His friends, I think. I was right. He is an arse. What the f... Is this a plan all along? Because she's videoing him. Her as well. What the f... What? I was right in thinking that they were real people in front of the lights. It just looked too good. Oh, I'm sure it was all bad, wasn't it? Going out with Ruby. Yes, should do. Poor Ruby, she let out her heart to him. Yeah. The Wartongs. I was thinking the Met. The agenda. Oh, I hate him. I was right, weren't I? When I said he's an arse. A bad guy. Hey, Raphael. Don't even say her name. I mean, we did say that it was quite fantasy, that name, but he's just diminished her. I mean, harmless stunt. Wait, they've actually got real presenters for this. I thought they'd stopped doing that. Huh. They like doing that as well. Putting themselves into actual BBC programs. What? You doxing unit? He is pure evil. Sorry, for 2 seconds, I thought that girl with the glasses on her head was what's her name from the Who channel? I've forgotten her name now. When I do the edit, I can put her on the screen, but I can't remember her name. Yeah. Ellie. That's it, Ellie. Thank you. Yes, Ellie. That's who it was at first. Who culture? Oh, she had, did she? She had to tell people it wasn't her. Ah. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought it was her. They should have got her to do it. It would have been great. Well, maybe not, because that's the thing about hating Ruby Sunday, so. Like the guy in 73 Yards. In some ways, I feel like this is worse than that. Although they don't have nukes, but they have access to tech. Oh no, it's not. Okay, him. Yeah, yeah, because we saw him listening to the podcast earlier. I thought the guy that was going out with what's her name at first. Yay! I like that robot. The Blinks, I think. I think they used real pictures of uh, Miller Gibson there. Hmm. Speaking of VPN, cuts to advert. Sorry. Unless it isn't Conrad. Imagine if it's the Doctor. It's just like, I'm here. Nope, it's Conrad. Yeah, also, this is a very Doctor-like episode. He's not even in it. So why is he not turned up by now? I don't think that would work with Unit. Oh, yeah. He's a liar? Because I'm live streaming. I can't really say much. I'm live streaming this. So. I, I hate him. Wait, did you get ads on the live stream or on your episode? Because I've turned ads off. Yes. shot his friend as well. Jeez, he's got it twisted around in his brain. That's kind of why I was thinking, but what's she gonna do? What? You're not unleashing the shriek, are you? Okay. Uh, Kate. It's after you anyway. Also, this is reminding me a lot of. I said Ghostbusters earlier, didn't I? You know, the rooftop scene with all the wind and everything. It'd be funny if there's nothing in there, but just a voice box. Yeah, that can't be real, can it? No, it must be an illusion. Shutting down the power. Sorry, one sec. There you go. There's the timer. I'm so sorry. Didn't see that. This is why I need it on all the time behind. It's coming. Oh, come on, Kate. Show everybody how much of a coward he is as well. No, you don't have to get him out. Let him die on camera. That's horrible, I know, but maybe don't let him die on camera. Yeah, the blink's like, nope. Bye bye. Unless this is all a setup. Just to show him. It won't be, I know, but. No. Where's your friends now? Yeah. I don't think she'll let it eat him or get him. But he's left it a bit late, Ruby. But now she saved you. Personally, I would have used that on him then straight afterwards. It would have shorted out the camera as well. Really? Oh, frick yes. I'm so happy that that happened to him. Bless her. Her whole life has fallen apart. She doesn't have love anymore. Just a... Was he about to say Geneva Convention? Ruby, I think. They might have meant her, to be fair, but Ruby was the one with the laser. The laser? Taser, that's what I meant. And it was kind of around you all along. Yeah, no small villages in the UK, okay? Because it seems to be whenever she goes to a small village in the UK, all hell breaks loose. So, happened in 73 yards, happened in this. So. Yeah, two mums and then a work mum being Kate. Because I take it that's her working there now, isn't it? Why is the... Um, don't get ideas, Conrad. What? Doctor? Huh? Would the TARDIS have even fitted in that room? Yeah. So why did you invite him? Yeah. Us. Yep. I love that lighting. Oh, yes. He's such a pompous, prickly man. The little boy. How do you know? Wait, this is before he knew her? I was going to say he looks younger, so. Don't give it spoilers. I'm fed up of BBC giving us spoilers. Good. Oh, spoilers. That's the truth. There's many words I could say about him. What, did he project that into his mind instead? And he wasn't really there? Like a dream? Wait, is that Mrs. Flood? How does she know he just dreamt about the TARDIS? Or saw it? What the Hey! Oh, this looks like a good episode. No, it's not a good episode. I don't like spiders. Ah! Right off the back of doing the thingy as well. The incredible shrinking man with the massive tarantula. Thanks for that. Forgot there was a spider in that. Brilliant episode, though. I'm so sorry, by the way. There was probably stuff at the end of that. I'm so sorry. I've just exited off of that. What did you think? What did you think? I need to go back through the chat because I've missed some. I'm so sorry. I was getting caught up in the story, and I didn't want to like have my mind on that and not on. Do you know what I mean? Because there was a few times when I was paying attention to the chat, and I feel like I might have missed something in the episode. Yeah, Ellie though from Who Culture was when I saw the woman, I was like, wait, is that Ellie? And then I saw her a little bit clearer, and I was like, oh, that's not Ellie. It's immediately who I thought of though. They're great people though. They are great people. I'd love to chat with them about Doctor Who one day. That'd be great. Won't be anytime soon probably, but still. Um, has Shooty been in this episode? No, Raphael. So Shooty hadn't turned up in the episode until the very end. I really liked Shooty's scene at the end there. Really liked that. Obviously, that was filmed. I think that was filmed way earlier because Shooty himself looked younger. As in, he looked different. He looked more youthful than what he does. I'm not saying he looks old now, but it looked like it was filmed maybe. Then again, the other episodes were filmed last year, January last year. Lux wasn't it? Lux filmed in January last year, I think it was. January, February. Um, at least by the behind the scenes clapperboards and stuff. So maybe that was filmed even earlier to that, because wasn't there mention of Conrad or of this guy earlier to that? Or am I thinking of the guy from season one? I think I might be thinking of the guy from season one. Because I don't remember Conrad's name, but I knew that Ruby at some point was supposed to have a boyfriend, played by some guy. Yeah, really, really liked that, and that ending scene with Shooty was the perfect wrap up for the story. To have him come in and not save the day, but have him come in and give a bit of truth to the arse, basically, to the guy. By the way, I say, in case you didn't know, I say arse when I do these reactions instead of saying a different word, arse and then something different at the end, with beginning with H. Basically, hole at the end. So, instead of putting them both together, just say arse. So hopefully you know what I mean by that. I need to come up with other words. I try to be as on screen and family friendly as I possibly can be, despite sometimes the stuff that I watch isn't family friendly. You know, it was really funny. I really loved the mention of the Wicker Man in there. That was really cool. And it just happens that we have watched that on the channel as well, which was really funny. Um, he popped up at the Star, met Conrad as a kid. Pops up at the Star. Oh, sorry. Let me go back because I feel like I've missed some of the chat. Sorry, guys. Did I miss? I think I've missed some of it. At the first day, so that's where saying how grand just watched The Wicker Man. Yeah. By the way, Yok, did you? But I don't know if you're still here. I hope you are. Did you manage to watch it and get it perfectly in time? I'm so sorry the timer went off. Hopefully you've got it. I love how you guys are giving little pointers as to where we are. Don't know if you've seen Tom Baker's story of Robot, but it's the same name as the anti-unit organization from that story. Really? What was the anti-unit organization name? I did not pay attention to that. Anti-unit organization. Doctor Who. I saw hashtag stuff, but... Oh, this just says there isn't one? Can you guys let me know in the chat what it is? Oh, Think Tank. Thank you. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did pay attention to the name Think Tank. Completely forgot that was what it was from. That was, you know, that was the name of them. Um, I had this weird. He just seemed like such a stuck up. I'm gonna say stuck up twat for quite a bit of the stuff that I saw him at first. You know, just like the glimpses we saw of him, I just felt like he wasn't a good person, and the fact that he did stalk Ruby at the beginning was a bit weird. Um, but I understood it. He saw Ruby, he saw the TARDIS. I thought this was weird. Took a picture, but he then did say, you know, can we find this girl or something? And I understood that he wanted to interview her, but it's still a bit weird. And him trying to integrate himself into her life was good if he was trying to, you know, be a partner, be a boyfriend, and that. But she gave such a lot of herself to him. She gave her heart and soul to him, and yet he. Sorry, I keep looking at the chat and not at the camera. I need to look at the camera. She gave such a lot of herself, such a lot of heart and soul to him, but yet he was just doing it to get back at her and to get back at Unit all along. I hate him. I told you I could spot him a mile off that there was a weird thing. I don't think everybody could though. To be fair, it was every time there's a boyfriend or something or a girlfriend in a Doctor Who episode, it always seems to be that something goes wrong. I think the only time it didn't was Rory and Amy. Rory and Amy mentioned there. Yeah, the village that they went to kind of reminded me not of just 73 yards, but also the village from. It's because they went to a village, I know, but also from Thingy as well. The Rory and Amy episode, the Dream, was it the Dream Lord episode? Love that one. Wait, the same theme pops up in the last scene as well as with the anti-unit think tank as well. I didn't know that. Again, I haven't seen the robot story. I haven't seen any of Tom Baker. I want to, because I bet he's such a good doctor. He looks like it. Trinity Wells portrays me by taking Conrad's side. Yeah, that was weird that they had all of the presenters in there. All of them. I've not seen Trinity Wells really. I know of her, but that she took their side, which was really weird. Give me a sec, I've just realised. I thought I heard a noise outside the door, and I realised I am actually waiting for a parcel. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, guys. One sec. No. Thought maybe it was a parcel delivery, but no. But it is on its way, so that's good. It's coffee. It's a coffee order. As in, I need more coffee, and I forgot to get some. So, yes, I know it's coffee. Yeah, the presenters having this. The reason why I was confused at them actually having real presenters is I thought they'd stopped having real presenters in them now. You know, because of what happened a few years ago with certain presenters. I thought maybe that's why they stopped doing them. Maybe they just didn't have any storylines they could actually put them into. But yeah, I can't believe that Ellie from Who Culture had to tell people that it wasn't her. That was so funny. Um, I'm scrolling through these really quickly, so don't understand this guy. He works in unit. He must know the stuff is real. Why betray unit? Oh yeah, the friend that worked in there. Yeah, I don't know if he just was kind of working there just to have maybe just had like a mediocre role in unit. Didn't really know too much. He was just there as like a, let's say, a data analyst or something. You know, like a smaller role where he didn't really know what was going on behind the scenes. He just worked as a guard or something. Um, maybe that's what. Oh god, I'm knocking the mic. Maybe that's what was happening. Maybe that's why he was able to betray him, but betray unit. But it does seem weird. Social media profits. Do you mean the? Oh, wait. Was that because you said that he said she was profiting off of all of this? To I don't know her name. What's her name? Unit Doctor Who. Ruth. Ruth Madeley's character. Shirley. Is it that? Because you said about. Oh, I've just exited off the wrong window. One sec. Was it because of that? If he was radicalized before he joined, he probably can't think reasonably anymore. Yeah, that's a very good point. Maybe he just thought, oh, I'll go into this as a. But then again, though, if you think in your head, okay, this is all fake, I'm going to go and get a job in there so I can get us in, then you would see the things for real and go, like the creatures, and then think, wait, all of this stuff this guy is talking about, all of the stuff that we're all talking about is utter rubbish. This stuff is real. What did he think it was? Special effects? Do you know? Yeah. Yeah, by the way, did you said buffering ads have fallen behind. You've probably then mentioned it later on, but did you mean from the live stream? Because I did turn off ads. I don't know. Um, love Kate in this episode. Yeah, I really loved her in the last half of that. I feel. There's my parcel. Give me 2 minutes. Oh, he's posting it through the door anyway. That was good timing, wasn't it? Luckily, we weren't still watching the episode. Yeah, I loved Kate in this episode. She, for a while now, I haven't felt like she's been a fully centered character to how she used to be in Doctor Who. I haven't really liked her in season one. I don't know, something just felt really off. I don't know if it was her or if it was. I've completely forgotten the name of the lady that plays her. I'm so sorry, but I don't know if it was her or if maybe the woman who played her just wasn't really feeling the role. And then there was the 73 yards appearance of her, and I hated her in that because she seemed so off, like it wasn't really Kate, and that something had happened to the real Kate. Or, I don't know. That was just my brain thinking that. And then in this one, though, fantastic. She is amazing in this. This is what I wanted her to be all along. Even in the finale of last series with Empire of Death, I felt like she was a bit off as well. She was good, but not as good. So. He was dead to me when he insulted the Brigadier. Most definitely. Just ashes on the wind. Don't know how Conrad is still standing. I know. There's many things that I would have loved to have done to that guy in that episode. As soon as he was, when he said, oh, you're not going to shoot me then, or something, when he's in the middle of the village, I would have just done it right there and then and be like, oh, sorry, slipped. To be fair, though, they were on a live stream at the time, so probably not a good idea. And people will say, you're murdering people on purpose. It's all fake. Oh, no, it's just skipped on me. Sorry, one sec, guys. I'm trying to get back to where I was. I wasn't that far behind, to be fair. Oh, using... Wait, have I skipped some? I think I missed some comments. If you're a fan of British murder mysteries, you know the most dangerous place in the UK is small villages. Murders every week. I know. Midsummer Murders, for instance. Using social media for propaganda. Who would do that? Exactly. Exactly. I wonder. There's plenty of people these days using social media for propaganda. It's freaking crazy. And just, yeah, I don't even want to get into it. There's so much, but all over the world. It's ridiculous. Or not using social media at all, and then saying that social media in general is propaganda because it's trying to tell the truth about a lot of stuff, which I know kind of flips that on its head and says, and that's us trying to say things are fake and not real, etc. And it's the people that aren't online and on social media. You know what I mean? It's, yeah. I'm probably not making any sense, but I know in my head what I'm talking about. What's that? You watch the next time on? Ooh, why? Oh, you mean at the very beginning of the episode? No, I didn't. I don't watch those things where they say next time on, blah blah blah. Obviously, if it's in the episode, if it's ingrained into the episode, then I will. The previously bit, yeah, I watched those. If it says BBC, blah blah blah, and then that's in the episode itself, then I do. Darkly, that was to you, by the way. I need to say the people that I'm talking about, in case this does not save the chat, which I have a feeling it might not. You like the episode a lot. Been a long time since someone got under my skin like Conrad. Yeah, the guy from season one's the 73 yards episode, he got under my skin, but not as much as Conrad, because Conrad to me felt like he'd tried to make us like the character. The guy wasn't utterly believable in the first place, and he seemed quite reserved, which is obviously kind of why we thought what we did about not liking him. But he was a likable character in some ways. Some ways. He was in the pre-titles too, of course. Who was? Conrad. Yes. Oh, you're on about. Sorry, yes, you're on about Shooty. Yes, he was. Yeah, I forgot about that. And yeah, he was at the very beginning of the episode with Ruby when they went back when they showed all the Auton dummy type things. Yeah, even though they weren't Auton dummies, but I feel like they were heavily implying that they may have been. And Shooty was in the beginning with Kid Conrad. Yes, that bit, yeah. I forgot about that whole section. I had issues with the episode. What were your issues, Raphael? Oh, weird. Mike just said the exact same thing after that. The Damons? Darkly didn't have an issue. He just thought he was going to end up dying, not have betrayal. Yeah, I know there's a fine line between that and Doctor Who where people get their comeuppance. Or sorry, they get killed off usually. Um, when they're like boyfriend and girlfriend, the other one usually gets killed off, and so you don't get time to invest into them. But yeah, I did not expect that he was going to betray her. Well, I did, but I didn't realize that he was going to betray her like that. Anyway, Amy's Choice. That was it. That Amy's Choice was the episode. Yeah, with the Dream Lord. Yes, very good episode. Except the the old people with the thing in their mouth reminded me a lot of. Have you seen The Last of Us? You know the old lady sitting in the chair behind. She's going like that, and she's got the thing in her mouth. Yeah, it's reminded me of that. Or that reminded me of Doctor Who, I should say. Trinity was anti-Zedex in The Giggle too. Oh, was she in that as well? I think she's a grifter now, or probably. She's very much like a couple of presenters out there that are very much grifters. I'm not gonna say who. Yeah, very much grifters. But if you can hear my chair squeaking or creaking, by the way, it's not my bones of my body, it is the chair. Um, yeah, it keeps going every time I'm moving, so. At least there she was being influenced by outside forces. Yeah, great point. Yeah, Raphael, are you saying that there was ads on the... Guys, did any of you get ads on the live stream? Because I've turned them off. So you shouldn't get ads on there, which is very confusing. What did you watch the episode on? Oh, unless you mean on... Oh, sorry, you meant on the episode source. Okay, that's my bad. I've just read that part of the chat. Um, you think a flat earther would still not believe the truth even if we brought them to space? Yeah, I mean they tried doing that Antarctic trip, didn't they? And people still said it was fake. Um, I've seen a lot of the argument because I follow a lot of the obviously the Earth side of it. I follow a lot of seeing that stupid argument of the is it flat, is it not flat, and it's crazy. Um, Pete McTighe writing this might bode well for the spin-off. Spin-off? Wait, is it Pete that's doing the spin-off of the War Between the Land and the Sea? Still a weird title for that season, for that series. Send off for Ruby with Belinda coming on. What do you mean that that whole thing at the end, that last scene was like a send off for Ruby with Belinda coming on as well? Yeah, maybe. I kind of feel like we should have got a proper goodbye from Ruby if that was going to be the last thing. Maybe the Doctor saying goodbye to her one last time, but we didn't get that. That was such a random thing that we were with her 1 second, then we saw the Doctor with him in a dreamlike state or something, and then but it wasn't a dreamlike state. It was supposed to have happened, or at least Mrs. Flood was there and knew that it had happened. But it's just that he clicked and instantly put him back in his place and out of the TARDIS. Also, why did he even give him the time of day by being there? Could he not have placed the TARDIS right outside the window and spoke to him through that way? Do you know what I mean? Because putting him inside the TARDIS gave him the opportunity to be able to take over the TARDIS. You know how evil he is. Was something to have happened. He kind of invited him in. So, hey, Inner Circle, you love the Shrinking Man video. More like that. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, there are more classics. There are more classics coming. Although, I've realised there's a film that I've watched that does need to come out this month because of the idea of it. And I'm like, I don't know whether or not to do it now. Kind of works as talking with Doctor Who as well because of Shooting Outward. So it's Pride Month. I've got the film Pride that I've watched. So I'm planning on putting that out maybe next, or maybe the video after that, because I've still got to do Severance in between that. Which, like, if I do Severance in between that, it's going to run out of Pride Month with that film, because you guys have already asked me to watch A Night to Remember, that was in the poll, and the poll had that voted afterwards. And I know that if I do it as a poll, everyone's going to go for A Night to Remember and not Pride because it's a classic. So, but I do want to put it out this month. So I'm like, I think the idea is I should do Severance, Pride, then maybe skip a week of Severance and do A Night to Remember then, maybe. Or maybe do Severance after that and then A Night to Remember then instead. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work yet. But you saw the comment about Conrad being Prince Eric. Yes, I did. I saw the comment. I mentioned it whilst I was in the reaction actually. Yeah, I did not realise because I've not seen The Little Mermaid, the new one. In fact, I think I briefly saw the original when I was a kid. But I had no interest in seeing the new one. It looked kind of okay with some of the musical stuff in there. Like, her voice is gorgeous. So I know the musical side from her would have been great. From Halle Bailey. Was it Halle Bailey? I think. Yeah. But from his side of it, I'd had no interest in seeing it because I had no idea who he was, to be fair. No offense to him. Sadly, I believe this change is addressing the loss of viewers on Disney. The loss of viewers on Disney. The American public did not embrace Ncuti as the Doctor or Ruby as his companion. Really? How? Why? I don't understand. There's so many people out there that absolutely hate Ncuti as the Doctor because of, their views on who the Doctor should be or shouldn't be. And I'm like, get over yourselves already. Like, he's a great Doctor. Ruby was an incredible companion. She really played the companion role well, and she's still doing it now in some ways. I don't get what they're talking about. Doctor Who is still Doctor Who. But yeah, that last scene, if you're on about the last scene, it felt very much a jab at people having a go at Doctor Who and having a go at media in general and life in general, to be fair. Next time on, as in what's coming up on the next episode at the end. Oh, no, I did not watch that. Should I have? Weirdly, that's normally at the other end of it. Hang on, let's have a look. Because I can split screen it if needs be. I don't think I had that on my one. Yeah, I didn't have that on my one. Did not have a next week. Which is weird. Bear in mind, I'm watching the one from Disney. So it wasn't on my version. Maybe the BBC has that one. Some of them do, some of them don't, and it's incredibly stupid why some do and some don't, and just make them all the same. Chop one off and chop the other one on. Wait, did I watch the next episode? I thought it ended with... You sure? I can't remember. Oh, I've got so many folders. Oh, I did. Yes, the bit with sorry, the bit with Uganda. Yes, so I did watch the bit with the next episode. Yeah, I did. Yeah, thank you for that. My brain. Yeah, the spider. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Um, it looks like a really good episode next week, though. Yeah, it was before the end credits. I think that's what confused me because I was thinking, wait, what? Um, you remember that from The Last of Us? Yeah, it was such a weird thing. I've still yet to watch The Last of Us season 2 though. That's the next season to tackle of stuff once I've watched Severance season 2. So it's going to be this season of Doctor Who, Severance season 2 at the same time, and then and obviously season Severance is going to be not doing it as live. Um, that's just going to be on Patreon and YouTube members. Was it? I think Raphael is saying he had ads and buffering on Daily Motion. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I know when I've watched stuff on Daily Motion, though, I tend to download the episode stuff that I need because I need it for clips and stuff. So, um, that could be why. RTD and Pete writing the war between. Yeah. Okay, cool. Weirdly, my phone just thought I was trying to talk to it. No, I'm not. Give me 2 seconds, guys. We'll get into the behind the scenes in a minute, by the way. My next reaction to watch is the movie Sinners and Something for Pride. Nice. Nice. Well, if you've not seen the film Pride, it's a really good film. You've probably seen it though, to be fair. But yeah, that's the next one that I'm going to be hopefully putting out. Was it after I'm going to do Severance the next episode, which I've yet to edit. But part of me is thinking, do I just put this episode, the first episode of Doctor Who out instead of Severance? But I can't. I don't know. I can't leave it hanging too much, having time between Severance episodes. But also, I need to get Doctor Who out ASAP. It's such a like a juggle of everything. One sec, sorry guys. Yeah, we're gonna watch the behind the scenes of Lucky Day first, and then we'll go through the behind the scenes of the well from last week. And then, yes, I do need to give my thoughts, not my thoughts, my outro for the well as well. Just I have to give a paragraph back to reply. I'm terrible at quick replies. Um, okay, I'm done. You have seen Pride and you love it. Fandabidozy. Fantastic. You're thinking either Bottoms. Oh, that film. Yeah, Bottoms is meant to be really good. Um, or someone recommended a movie called Trick. I've not heard of that. Yeah, watch. I mean, I've not heard of Trick. Let me have a look up Trick. I would have said Bottoms probably. Well, I don't know. Depends if you want something that's a little bit older, or if you want, well, say older. That's 1999 Trick. Chris Bottoms isn't that 2020 film? I think. Oh wait, do you mean the 2019 Trick film? Maybe. Oh, it was 2023 for Bottoms. Yeah, go for either, or go for both. You know, there's plenty more time left in the month. Yeah, Trick 1999. I thought that was the one you might have meant. Yeah, you got the link. If it might help preventing searching for it and the risk of spoilers. Do you mean the behind the scenes? I've already grabbed it. It's all good. I've already got a copy of the behind the scenes. I grabbed both of them. That was the reason why I had the issue earlier where I thought if I hadn't seen yesterday's episode that I would have got spoiled by the title of the video, because the title of it, I'm not even going to say actually, because it just says about creating a sequel to a certain episode. If you've not seen it, then yeah. Right, I have the episode, the 11-minute behind the scenes ready. Are we ready to go into the behind the scenes? I think that's enough of me telling you about the episode. About, you know, my thoughts on it. Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes in drag. What, in Trick? I did not know that. For Pride Month, Hollywood's take to Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. Drama comedy. Oh, sorry, that's what yeah, it's Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes in drag in Thanks for Everything. Okay. Not seen it. I've not seen it. You see most LGBT movies that are not sad and depressing, because man do they love to make them. Yes, please, to the behind the scenes. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I know what I meant. One sec. I need to get this split screen. Doobie 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 doo. Side by side. There we go. Look at my very full window of stuff. Okay. I now can't see the chat, by the way. So the only way to see the chat would be if I pulled the window like that, but then you also see the chat. And that makes the behind the scenes very small. So apologies that I can't see the chat. Right. Wait, actually, you won't be able to hear this, I don't think. I need to get it so that you can hear the behind the scenes. Can I just check with you guys? Can you hear it?
This is the shriek. Ruby that I think we've not seen before. So I wanted to bring her back. Slightly older, slightly wiser, slightly different.
Could you hear that? Things have changed on my PC, so things are a bit messed up with the settings. Just want to check. I'll play it again in case.
And then also throw her into the middle of this horrific story. How would you, boss?
Not really. Okay. Oh, hang on. I think I know why. One sec. Yeah, I think I have to switch it over. Okay, one sec. If I do that, now I should be able to hear it and you can hear it.
To Conrad.
Hear that?
The twist was...
Oh wait, it was really quiet? Oh yeah, that'll be through here, sorry. Yeah, can you hear it better?
Was shocking. I haven't played a villain very often. That felt fun and different, because it always looked...
Presumably? I'm just waiting because it's a slow lag, I think, between seeing good now. Okay, cool. Perfect, Demondo. One sec. Big delay. Yeah, big delay. Trust me. Right, let's get watching this. I don't think there's going to be... So to this one, there'll be loads of behind-the-scenes stuff. But I think for the well, there's probably not going to be massive amounts that we can chat about. Well, to do with the episode, there's probably a lot. But, okay, one sec. Right. Bear in mind I can't see the chat, okay? Because I don't have the window open for the chat. In fact, I could get it up on the phone. One sec. I will do that, because that way I don't miss anything. The window open for the chat. Okay, there you go. I've got it open on the chat. On the chat, on the phone, I know what I meant. Creature needed more spittle. It did, yeah. You know when he's going like that, it went. It should have spat all over his face. Can you hear me okay still, though, with that turned up? Because if like that, you can probably hear me a lot better, whereas like that, you probably can barely hear me. Hence why I've put the mic here now instead. Hopefully you can hear me. Right, let's watch this.
This is the shriek! It's a whole new side of Ruby that I think we've not seen before.
By the way, I have to keep pausing in between because of everything, so because of copyrights and stuff.
So I wanted to bring her back.
Realize that I need where the phone is. I actually need that space to be able to scroll back and forth.
This is the shriek!
Yeah, like that bit
This
there.
is the shriek!
There, it needed more. Even something behind his mouth that went all over him.
It's a whole new side of Ruby that I think we've not seen before. So I wanted to bring her back.
It was nice to almost give her a doctor companion. Did you say 5x5? 5x5? FAB! Turning into Thunderbirds. Dum da da dum. What was I going to say? Yeah, it was nice to give Ruby that proper Doctor Who companion feel for once, because she was like it in her season, but I feel like it was overshadowed by we were trying to get to know Ncuti quite a lot more as the Doctor, if that makes sense. So she had it, and like she had it in Empire of Death, but I wasn't that keen on the Empire of Death story. To be fair, I loved her stuff, but then it all kind of fell by the wayside because they messed up her story completely. So, it was nice in this to be able to give her that forefront story again, which is still really weird that they gave her a story in this and not Belinda. Like, this should have been last season. Do you know what I mean? Or at least had a bit of her, and maybe Belinda comes into it somehow. I don't know. How do you feel about Ruby again after getting... How do you feel about Ruby getting the Doctor Light episode? Oh yeah, good point. Weirdly, that's exactly what I just said. That is weirdly exactly what I just said. But I do feel weird that she got a Doctor Light episode and not Belinda. The companion transition episode. Yeah, but that should have happened early on, surely. That should have happened as like episode 1. Although if this had happened as episode 1, I would have felt like they were trying to retread Rose too much and 73 yards. The only reason I'm saying the Rose thing is because at the very beginning of this. By the way, can you hear me properly? Does it come out only in one speaker, in one ear, or am I in both? I ask because I can only hear myself out of one ear. It's an issue with my side. It's okay. I've just fixed it, I think, so it's okay. You could say something, but spoilers. Don't say anything, please.
Slightly older, slightly wiser, slightly different, and then also throw her.
Also, this... It was interesting that they gave it this look with the camera. With the sort of blurry vignette type thing on. I liked they did it. It kind of made it seem dreamlike. Because they were in like a dreamy relationship. Also, annoyingly, he's got that think tank top underneath. We just can't see it at the
Into
moment.
the middle of this horrific story,
How would do, boss?
and they all turn to Conrad.
The twist.
Why was Verada there? Verada was in like two. I know she was at the very beginning, but she must have felt really left out with not being in the story. Left only now that you mentioned it. What was that? You were thinking it was a dream sequence, but because of it being, oh yeah, because of that camera thing, yeah. So it could have been. Imagine if it was exactly like what we said about the Dream Lord episode, Amy's Choice. It's all a dream. Sorry, I've got to do it this way. By the way, can you see me? By the way, on the split screen, I feel like I'm too far over for the split screen. I think I am. No, I'm okay. I thought I was too far over. I worry too much. I keep almost posting vaguely spoiler stuff and having to stop myself. Lol. Yeah, please don't add to the many people that already do that. I've just realised that has it been like this all along as well? No, I take it not. Yeah, it wasn't like that. It's okay. You like the Aussie twang, the McTie. Is it McTie? McT? Pete, basically. Pete. I sound fine. Thank you. Peter Hall directed this. He did episode 1, 2. Oh, and he did A Good Man Goes to War. Then I like him as a director. They usually do a few episodes at a time at read-throughs, I think. Oh, yes, they do. That'll be why she's there fully for that. Okay. Thank you. Please don't spoil it. Thank you very much.
Was shocking. I haven't played a villain very often. That felt fun and different.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I was in something, I'd love to play a villain. It'd be the best.
So we're always looking to try different things.
I think Conrad.
It gives you a choice. It gives you a chance to explore more range with your acting ability. Also crazy that we got the one show in Doctor Who. I think we've had that before, I think. But yeah.
Really prize on her vulnerability, and then he just breaks her heart.
I find it immensely satisfying that his lies come back to bite him.
Quite literally. Actually, I didn't think of that. That's good. The truth comes back to bite him in the arm. Is that his name? Jonah? Is that the guy who plays Conrad? I'm so sorry that I don't know his name. I should look up his name. I should.
The only monsters out here are unit.
I saw all of this happening on the screen in the episode, and I was just so curious as to if they portrayed it correctly or not with everything. I take it this is supposed to be TikTok, because there's a vaguely TikTok layout to this, with like the little search thing here and the live streaming thing here with the text going up the left hand side and the hearts and stuff. This is very TikTok, and the gifting system. Yeah.
Lying to the public.
Although I can't imagine that they would use TikTok. They feel like the more the people that would probably use Instagram or something. But then again, there are hate groups, so they probably would use TikTok. I don't know.
No.
Not saying hate groups are the only people that use TikTok, but
Stooges and actors and special effects paid for using taxpayers' money to keep us scared to hide their real agenda.
I'm gutted I didn't write this script.
yeah. So the thing that got me, the thing that made me think that they were real people in that moment with the headlights is, and that they weren't the digital versions of the monster. And I thought, oh, maybe they just got people into the costumes for those specific shots, just because it was a lot easier in a darkly lit set to do it for real. And because you don't really see them too well, it kind of just worked. So that's what I thought they'd done at first, and that's why I thought that they were people in costumes for the filming of it, not actually, because they were integrating with the light. You know, when they had the hand in front of the light and they were walking in front of it, I was going, oh, that looks really good for digital effects. No, it just turns out that they were real people in a costume to get their own back and to try and spread units' lies. Yeah. Either TikTok or Facebook Live. It could be Facebook Live, actually. Yeah, I've not seen any lives that they've done before, so I don't know. You do one episode of Doctor Who. Would you want to be someone helping the Doctor or villainous role? Oh, that's such a good question. And his name's Jonah Howard King. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I'd recognise the name, actually, now. Good actor. Really good actor. He had me fooled for some of it. And he plays that villainous role fairly well. That's a really good question, though. Who would I play? Would I play a villain or a good character? I'd love to play a good guy, but at the same time, some characters like the Master would be so good to play. You can just let loose and just be as evil as you possibly can with hopefully a good script given to you. But at the same time, being a companion or the Doctor would be such a good let off of energy as well. You can be whoever you want to be, but I feel like a villain, especially something like the Master, allows you to be more in some ways, because you can be both. You can be like, say, when Sacha Dhawan played the Master, we get to see him as a good character. We get some odd things happening with him, but we get to see him as a good character. Some odd things he says, and then wham, he turns, and he's absolutely madcap. I'm so sorry, I'm banging the microphone. He's absolutely madcap. We can see good side, bad side, everything far and in between. That role, I feel, would be more memorable as well. Yes, companions come and go, and you would get to work alongside the Doctor. I feel like if there was a Doctor that I could have worked with, Ncuti's brilliant, don't get me wrong, and Jodie was fantastic as well. She needed better writing still, but I feel like for me, it would have been Capaldi or Tennant. And when I say Tennant, I mean 10, the 10th Doctor, not the 14th Doctor. I didn't mind the 14th Doctor, but it didn't click for me. The 10th Doctor was my favourite, and then Capaldi came in, swooped that around, and he was a great favourite of mine as well. And I feel like me and Capaldi's Doctor, and Tennant, to be fair, I feel like I'm very much similar to both those Doctors. Not that I'm the Doctor, but you know what I mean. In personality wise, I feel like I'm kind of similar to both of those, so I feel like I would pair well with those. Yeah. What have you said? You should have had a cameo in this scene, Marty, as one of the pro Conrad supporters. No. Should have done so with a few Doctor Who folks online. Oh, you mean on that scene where we see the live screen thing, where I thought Ellie from Doctor Who was on it? Yeah, that would have been. It would have been fun to be in the episode in some way, or not. I would never. I don't think they'd ever choose me to be on it because I'm not. Yeah, I'm not well known or anything. So it's. But just to get the opportunity, just because I like watching Doctor Who, would be fun. But having either that scene or where in Lux, which was incredible. I haven't spoken to you about this stuff yet. But do you want me to have all of you seen Lux? Because the last thing I want to do is spoil anything to do with Lux. I can't say it unless you've seen it. I only want to specifically speak about those episodes on the live stream, the ones we're watching. Tell me if you've seen it. I'm gonna. Sorry, guys, one sec. It's such a weird timing. So basically, I was meant to have, I said I had plans. I've still got the plans later, but typically now they're ready earlier, and I'm like, I'm in the middle of this still, so I'm having to try and talk through things at the same time. So it's okay. Talk amongst yourselves if I'm busy doing this, but yeah. Um, I can't type either. I can't type when it's quickly. Right, what have you said? You can't wait for Lux. What, for my reaction to it? Thank you. You've seen the episode, yes. Anyone not seen Lux? Yeah. If you've seen it, just mute for 20 seconds, lol. No, but do go on. No Marty, an all-nighter. If only. I would genuinely, if I could, I would watch every episode tonight. I have we would get, we'd get some takeaway. I'd say we'd have drinks. No, we won't have drinks, but we'd we'd make it an all-nighter, a proper thing. More important plans than us. Oh, very dare you. I know. Well, I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's plans with a special someone. So it's I'm sorry that is just a little tad more important at the moment for me. But I do love you guys, and I want to give you the time as well. Anyway, so where was I? My brain is gone. Lux. Okay, if you guys have seen Lux, if you guys haven't seen Lux, mute me, and then I'll tell you what I'll do. I will go back to normal screen now to talk about Lux briefly, and then I will go back to split screen again when I stop talking about Lux, okay? Does that help? So then you can put me back again. That I feel like that works better. Right. How dare Marty have a life outside of YouTube? I know. Ugh. Okay. Guys. Lux. The breaking the 4th and 5th and 6,000th wall. I thought it was only going to get... I had no idea that stuff was coming up. And that we even got a Doctor Who logo within the world of Doctor Who. And I'm like... You should have... you will see my face. It's the reason why I want to get that episode out, that reaction out as quick as possible. Because... I was so stunned, and I wish I'd watched it on a live stream with you guys. That's one of the reasons I was like, no, I need to start watching these again on live streams, because if this kind of stuff is happening throughout the rest of the season, I need to be with you guys and talk properly and openly. So the whole episode was fantastic, and the guy who played the villain and the voice of the villain, that he played Floop in Spy Kids, Alan Cummings, he's phenomenal as well. There was the whole dreaming sequence where we see the cop in the wrong uniform. That was fantastic. I loved the old diner. By the way, I have an OK diner nearer me. I'd even thought about going, like, doing a live stream. Maybe not live stream physically in there, but I was physically gonna go to the OK diner near me that looks exactly the same, and film some bits there for putting into the episodes for the video itself, and say, here's one that I've got near me, blah blah blah, or nearer me. It's not near. And I was meant to go there. I haven't done it yet, but I might go there this week. Still, when will the live reaction drop, Marty? No rush, just curious. I'm hoping as an uncut tomorrow. I may even be able to get the edit finished tonight, like the uncut edit, but then I need to be able to export and upload it. So maybe later tonight, depending. Especially if I'm going to be busy later, then I can possibly get that saving off, if that makes sense. Maybe. I don't know. Depending. I'm going to be busy, so I need to plan around that first. Did I recognise the Toon's voice on watching? I did. Well, so this is the thing. I already saw that Alan Cummings was gonna play him because I saw the post about Lux from Russell T Davies on Instagram, and I saw him say Alan Cummings is playing the Lux villain, and I was like, oh, brilliant, Alan Cummings, love him, he's fantastic. And I joked in the comment to Russell, and he liked the comment, but I joked in the comment and said, not to be, which is funny because Raphael mentioned Flux yesterday. I said, not to be confused with Flux, lol. Because they've had Flux and now Lux, and I'm like, they're two very similar. You don't confuse fans any more than you already are. Just create two different titles. I know why they had Lux as the title. It makes sense with it being a cinema, etc. But still, yeah, loved Alan Cummings, and but when it got into that dream sequence bit near the end, and this is the bit that I didn't want to spoil anybody with, when it gets into the fourth wall breaking and the Doctor and Belinda realize they're within a TV show called Doctor Who, and they break out of the screen and they see fans of Doctor Who have Daleks in the background on their wall. Did anybody see on the behind the scenes? Because it wasn't in the actual episode, I don't believe. It's kind of hidden behind Shooty at one point. But there's the picture of Shooty where I think he's like partly looking over his shoulder. The poster of Shooty as his solo Doctor character is on the wall in the living room, like the actual poster. And it makes me wonder, in the next episode of this, do you remember I said in the trailer there is a hidden poster of David Tennant and Catherine Tate? Was that on purpose? It's in the room with them in a magazine. Is there a reason for that being in there? Is it something to do with the fourth wall breaking of this season? Is that just a quick nod to Doctor Who, or is there like a reason in the show for that physically being in that episode? Like, is it going to play with Doctor's past lives and stuff? Do you know the thing I'm on about? Because if you don't, then I can show you. A skit outside the diner would have been amazing. Lol. Well, not so much a skit. It's more me just being outside the diner. Like, I can show you. I'll show you one sec. I did a picture. I put it up on Instagram. It's a photo I took of the diner ages ago, and I actually made it into a... One sec. Let me see if I can get it up on the screen. Uncut on Patreon. Oh, sorry, episodes are uncut on Patreon. Yes, they are. Episode 1 is currently available on there, but episode 2 will come to Patreon uncut as well, and to YouTube members. However, on YouTube members... Sorry, one sec. I thought maybe you could see my screen for a second. I went on Instagram and it showed my private DMs with someone close to me, so I was like, oh. Give me a second. You follow me on Instagram, by the way, if you want to. Right. I can now show you my screen. Huzzah! Here we go. So this is Instagram. And this is the diner. This is what I was talking about. That's the one that's near me. However, this is actually a photoshopped picture, because originally there's a circle above the diner that says OK, because it's the OK diner here in the UK. They used an OK diner. I think it's the Leavington one. I was going to say the Letchworth, but no, it's the Leavington one, I think it is. But it's the exact same thing, different doors though. And I added all these cars in. I made it look vintage, like an old vintage postcard and stuff. Yeah. So that's the one that I was going to go to, specifically to do it. And it's just that I saw it in Lux, hence I put here. I saw it in Lux, etc. So I wanted to go back there. Well, I did, yeah, I did remove the circle above it because I just want it to be like an old diner. Does it have the cars outside? No. Literally, it's I won't Google it, so at least you but it's an okay diner. One sec, if I can go off this. One sec. I'll show you the diner. It's a pretty name actually of where it is. It doesn't matter because it's not really, really close to me. I just don't want to be doxxed. Do you know what I mean? Darkly, what did you say? It's been removed. What did you say? How very dare you? Oh, hang on. Lux is Lucifer's nightclub in the Lucifer show as well. Oh, really? Relevant? No. But just wanted to say that's really cool though. I haven't seen Lucifer to be fair, but I know that's the devil. He's meant to be the devil, isn't he? Hence Lucifer. But 1 is out and 2 tomorrow. Yes, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, so Darkly, when I do my uncuts, you do need your version of it because I can't legally have the uncut with the episode in the corner as it is because I also upload the episode. They're uploaded to YouTube and then those links are put onto Patreon. And I also upload versions for YouTube members, etc. However, when I do that, I can't have the copyright content because you won't be able to see the video otherwise. Even if I upload that to Patreon, I believe they will get blocked as well by Patreon, I think. So you need to have your own copy to be able to follow along. But what I do is when I do my uncut reactions, I do the same thing as I did with this. I get the ident, so the BBC logo or the Hooniverse logo, and I skip to the end of it, and I start the uncut from then. So there'll be a thing that goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the screen. As soon as it hits 0, press play, and as long as you're after the ident and paused, it will play at the exact same time as me, and you'll see exactly the same thing as I do. I always keep the first couple of seconds on the screen so you can time it correctly, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I've got an image of the OK Diner near me. As in the one without the edits done to it. It's not my picture. Give me a sec. Well, funnily enough, it's the exact same angle. When it works, then I will show you. And I can show you a picture of the inside as well. Just give me a sec. My computer is so slow. It's probably going really slow at the moment for you guys. This whole time you were saying you have an OK Diner, I thought you meant an OK Diner that was just okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, as in there's a brand name. It's like an old 50s diner called OK Diner. Here in the UK, I think it's a brand, whereas in America, I don't think it is. Yeah, Mike, I don't think there is any. Oh, it was in the UK up north. Really? I know there's some as you go down the M1 or the A1. I think it might be the A1. I know there's some along big motorways and big A roads here. Always suggest iPlayer with a VPN. Yes. I don't use iPlayer anymore. I don't use any of that stuff, mainly because I don't have a TV license. And I'm never going to get a TV license because that's why I can't stand the BBC. That's why I never watch live TV. I've seen some reactors put it on Google Drive and then the full episode with the full episode. Very brave. Yeah, especially because Google Drive also flags copyright content and can actually ban your account if they see copyright stuff on there. There are other places you can upload to, but I do not want to do anything illegally. Obviously reactions are on the fine line of that anyway. But still. Okay, I might have the picture. If it works. And appears. Can't imagine that going very well. Yeah, exactly. Nowhere near me in Leeds. Apparently one up in Sunderland. Ew. Don't you get shot by the BBC for not having the license? No. Well, pretty much, to be fair. No, so if you watch their programs other ways, like Disney Plus, you're fine. You don't need a license. If you watch live TV, this is where it annoys me with the BBC license fees, because if you go to the website to say you don't need a license, by the way, we'll get back into the behind the scenes in a minute. I want to talk about this stuff first, but if you say on their website about not needing a license, they go through so many questions with you and try to make you believe you need one. If you don't watch live TV, and if you don't watch the BBC iPlayer, and if you don't watch anything that is live streaming at the moment on the BBC, say Eurovision when that was on, if you're not watching Eurovision as a live stream on YouTube, then you don't need a license. If you watch, I feel like I need to do I know I don't do videos on this kind of thing, but I feel like I need to tell people that you don't need a license for a lot of the stuff people think you do. If you watch ITV live, you do not need it. Sorry, no, if you watch ITV catch up, you do not need a license. If you watch any live TV, you need a license. If you watch, what's the other BBC? There's another BBC app. It's an app that has BBC content in it. I've forgotten what it's called. But that one, whatever it is, you don't need a license for either. Hang on, BBC app catch up. Do you guys know what it is that I'm talking about? Are you done with the Lux spoilers? No, not yet. Sorry, Raphael. I should probably... BritBox, that's the one. BritBox. If you have BritBox, you don't need a TV license. But you can still watch BBC programs. For me watching Doctor Who, I can still watch Doctor Who legally and not have a TV license, as long as I don't watch it through iPlayer. So, yeah. Let me just quickly show you this OK Diner picture, and then we'll get back to the Lux spoilers very briefly. Okay, here's the OK Diner, weirdly from an almost identical angle from where I was. And you get the idea of the inside looks exactly the same. One sec. There you go. So there's the OK Diner. That's it, pretty much. And then they're sat over there in the left. Obviously, they're sat at the bar, which is in there, and then they're sat over to the left, etc., etc. But yeah. For context, by the way, that photo I took was way back in 2013, 14, something like that, I think. For context, here is... Ugh, when it shows up. My picture? Why does it keep doing that? No. No. Oh. What the hell? What? Never mind. Never mind. Anyway, right. Lux spoilers. Let's talk about this quickly. The bit with the fourth wall break was showing the fans of Doctor Who, and then at the very end we get the credits of Doctor Who, and the fans are shown again as the camera pans around. Loved that. Absolutely loved that. I would have loved to have been part of that whole thing. And I'm really kind of annoyed they didn't say Ncuti Gatwa to him, and that her name was Verada Sithu. I wish they had said their names in there, because they were addressing that. I know they weren't. They were addressing them as people within the TV show tricking the Doctor to think it was real or something. But yeah, it was a fourth wall break for us specifically. It was a little confusing, but really well done. And I wanted to see more of it. And we saw the Doctor Who logo as well. which is crazy. I believe it's not the first time that Doctor Who has been mentioned within the show itself. I think there was one other time. Is it Tom Baker's era? I think there's like a brief mention to something, or it's on a TV in the background, an episode of Doctor Who in one of their offices or something, and then it turns off before they say Doctor Who specifically. Something like that. Britbox, Acorn, potentially, yeah. Take your time, I'm snacking. Okay, good. I watch a lot of Britbox. Love me a British cozy murder mystery. I'm the same. If you've not seen it, Father Brown. The Father Brown Mysteries is so good. I've been to the village that's filmed in as well. It's beautiful. Well, I say the village. It's like a billion villages that they film in, but the church. I've been to the church in that village. It's gorgeous, and the little road at the side of it. Do you like the Doctor buying TARDISes online in the Christmas special? Yeah, I do as well. And the fact that, yeah, TARDISes are supposedly real within the universe of Doctor Who was a really nice touch. Yeah. And that Mr. Ben is also a thing, apparently. You loved Father Brown. Yes! Yes! Another person that loves Father Brown. It's my go-to show. When I used to have a really difficult day at work or something, and then I would come home. I'd be really British on my day off, right? I would have tea and sandwiches, like proper tea in a kettle with the old style cups, because I live in an old cottage, so it's very British and old-fashioned for me. So like the little villages you see in Doctor Who, that's where I live, basically. Tiny little village. I'll have tea and sandwiches and cake and stuff, and I'll sit and I'll watch episode. This is when I had a license though, because I watch it live on. Oh, I watch it on the BBC iPlayer. But yeah, and I'd sit and watch episodes of Father Brown. But now I believe they're available on They're available everywhere else now, I think, as well. So, and I watch them now with my dad as well. So I watched some the other day. Total comfort show. Well, not tea, because I'm American. Well, okay. Coffee. Anyway, that's pretty much everything to do with Lux itself. There's probably a lot more, but you'll hear a lot of my takes on it. A lot of my stuff with it in the Lux episode. And I do want to go. I might get a chance in the next few days to maybe go to that OK Diner and film there. I could potentially do a quick live stream from my phone while I'm there to show you, or do a reel anyway from there and just say, hey, look where I am. I've snuck into the world of Doctor Who in a completely different one. Right, let's get back to watching this, shall we? That was my tangent, okay? I'm sorry. Let me exit. One sec. I just want to... My computer's very slow, so apologies. Right. Let's get back to this. Are we all ready? Then let's settle in. What's your favourite murder mysteries? Whilst we talk behind the scenes as well. As in, what's your favourite British murder mysteries? Midsummer Murders. I used to like was it a spin-off of Midsummer Murders, Lewis? But now I cannot stand the guy who plays Lewis, so that's off my books. Because the guy in real life is a complete twat, basically. Was it Lawrence, whatever his name is? Lawrence Fox? Yeah. He's not a nice guy. Death in Paradise! Yes, I love Death in Paradise, Darkly. Such a good show. There's a spin-off, isn't there, in a UK village as well? With Chris, whatever his name is. No, is it Chris? Yeah, the guy who used to be in My Family and was then in Death in Paradise. Yeah. Such a good show. Anyway, sorry.
Because I would have loved to have done this one. This was a story we always had planned. What I wanted to bring in as a force within the show is
I wondered if they, because they love doing integrations and stuff, right? What would have been really cool is if they had leaked, I don't know if they did this or not, but if they had leaked something like this for real as like a promo for Doctor Who, where Unit is lying and they'd posted stuff out. That would have been a really cool teaser instead of spoiling the show, BBC. I know you can hear me better like that, to be fair, but that would have been so much better. You know, tease the show. Don't spoil it. Was it Miss Fisher Murder Mysteries? I've not seen that one. It's good. It's Australian. Oh, there is a show. I'll have to find it at some point. But yeah, there's a really good Agatha Christie one. Oh, by the way, Jonathan Creek. Jonathan Creek was amazing back in the day. Still got the episodes myself. It's a brilliant show. If you've not seen it, you will love it. Oh, Chandler and Co. I've not seen Chandler and Co. I did not know. Was it a murder mystery with Peter Capaldi? Oh, yes. Who, if you love Peter Capaldi, does anyone else want me to watch? Because I want to watch it myself, and I was going to watch it with you guys. It's not massively long, I don't think. It's, I think, 2 seasons now. But they've done The Devil's Hour. I keep wanting to watch The Devil's Hour. And it feels very timey-wimey, Time Lord-esque, with time being a thing in there. And I feel like it's very much a nod to Doctor Who in some ways with him. So, yeah, anyway.
That internet villainy.
Everyone is spying on you and lying about it. So let's turn.
Just curious as to who's at the side and stuff on there. Wonder if they're real accounts. Probably not. But also, yeah, giving away people's addresses. That's awful. I wonder if the names actually mean anything. Because I know sometimes they do certain names and stuff, don't they? They say certain things on purpose. Clockwork Place, Asa Gardens.
It's my job as a producer to say, what forms does evil take? What forms does monstrous forces in society take now? Just as many years ago, in 1963, Terry Nation sat.
I also love, right, when the filming, they didn't get a massive crowd for that scene.
It's my
It looks like it should be a massive crowd there from that crowd.
job as a producer to say, what forms
And yet,
does evil take? What forms does monstrous forces?
it's that. It's that tiny crowd of people. It looks like it's a huge riot happening. It's just tiny crowd of people.
In society take now. Just as many years ago, in 1963, Terry Nation sat there, and when he invented the Daleks, he thought of the Nazis.
We gotta mention of Daleks. Daleks. What's he doing to us? Really beautiful shot of the Daleks, to be fair. And a mention of 63 and Terry Nation and everything.
Came out of his wartime experiences, came out of that history, and he put that into the form of a metal robot. This is me.
I always forget that the Daleks are a form. They're like a. I'm gonna say the word. I'm hoping YouTube doesn't smite me down for this, but yeah, I still can't believe that the Daleks are a form of the Nazis originally. Yeah. The reason I say that about the smiting me down is because there was a lot of stuff going along with, you know, the H word. I'm not even going to say his name. And then the N people. I can't say it like that because that sounds weird. The Nazis. I can't say it the other way because that sounds like I'm trying to not say a different word. And I purposely cut out stuff like that from a previous reaction. And people had a go at me for cutting stuff out. I'm like, no, I had a go. I cut that stuff out so the video isn't age restricted, or that YouTube doesn't smite me down for mentioning or showing the swastika and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And then people are saying about it. So anyway, it's such a good image, isn't it?
Terry Nation sat there, and when he invented the Daleks, he thought of them.
Look at that. Gorgeous image. Wonder if that's a poster. I'd actually really like that as a poster. Oh, what have you not heard of? Sorry. From that show. Showed up at the beginning of Lucky Day. Young Comrade. Wait. From what? From Chandler and Co? Oh, you mean watch... Wait. Sorry, when you say the show, do you mean the show I was talking about? The Devil's Hour? It's the kid from that? I don't know. But yes, watch it. Okay, I will do. It's so good. Never heard of it yet. I will... we'll get through this first, and I'll try to remember to show you. Not heard of Devil's Hour. Okay. Call them Yahtzees instead. Yeah, like the game. like a... Yeah. No, was it Yahtzee? Yeah, Yahtzee. Except that was double E, wasn't it? Peter is not just the lead. Sorry, Peter is not the lead, just a supporting player. 2 part-time detectives. Oh! I did not get that from that trailer. I thought he was not the lead, but I thought he was the main character as a villain, but we were following him, if that made sense. But I know we saw the other lady in it with, what was it? She does this with her hand, and there's a ring on her finger, and then she turns it over, and there's no ring on her finger. Like a time thing, time skip, jump thing. I don't know. It just looks really good. But yeah.
Nazis. Came out of his wartime experiences, came out of that history, and he put that into the form of a metal robot. This is me sitting here now thinking, what forces are at work now, particularly...
Oh, look, there's Ellie again. Yeah, this would have been cool to be in here somewhere. I know. I'll record my own thing, right? And in my edit, I won't do this, but in my edit, I'll just like superimpose my video into this stack of images instead. I won't do that. Don't worry. But yeah, I think it's also the clothing that girl is wearing kind of reminds me of her as well.
West, particularly affecting young viewers, and actually it was that toxic online voice of hatred that I thought we have to say something about this.
Well, it's very apt for Doctor Who.
So I reached out to Pete McTighe to come and deliver an episode about that.
I love the Doctor, obviously. I love Shooty's Doctor.
I do. He's one of my favourites. Sorry, I'm just looking at the details of the system. I like to do this. I look at all of the details on the camera.
But it's actually quite liberating and quite exciting when the Doctor's not around, because instantly the stakes are raised. Instantly,
it's good, but in a show that is about the Doctor, kind of needs to be about the Doctor at the same time. And it's okay, you're focusing on the world of the Doctor, but maybe have all this stuff happening, and then we go and we show something happening with the Doctor. Why can't he be there? Blah blah blah. Instead of kind of tagging him on the end. Yes, it was at the beginning. I understand that. And this stuff does happen, and it was nice to have that breakaway from the Doctor, but at the same time, tagging him on the end at a completely separate time, it kind of felt like it was just added on for the sake of adding it on to try and say something as a statement. Yeah, I don't know. And also, timey-wimey stuff is that was before he met Belinda.
it's more dangerous. And Ruby,
I love seeing the behind the scenes of like actual shots that they've filmed like this. It's fascinating.
and the supporting characters are in more peril if he's not there to kind of swoop in and save the day. The trick with Conrad is you have to hide who he is for kind of half the episode. And
Well, I say you said you hide it, but it was kind of obvious. I mean, you didn't hide specifically that he was a villain, because I kind of guessed he was a villain just because I didn't really like him. But you did hide the whole think tank thing, yes.
it was fantastic to have someone like Jonah playing that role,
There you go.
who is just one of the most exciting leading men in the...
I'm mixing up shows, I think. Wait, what, for the Devil's Hour? Am I? You should have done that, putting yourself into the boxes. Yes, you should have. You should have. That would have been so cool. Didum 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 didum. Sorry, I was just looking at something that popped up. I've just realised it's 5:40. I need to hurry up.
Country right now. You just played perfectly that romance story, and then when you see that turn in the scene with him in the village, it's so shocking. It's so arresting.
I was sent the script and they said, we'd love you to come and play Conrad and he's a villain. And they didn't really tell me much else. And so I started reading it and it's so
Oh, what was that on the camera?
much else. And so I started reading it.
By the way, I wouldn't pause so much, like, because when I'm showing it to you guys, I necessarily don't have much to say, but I need to pause it to keep it on the screen with you guys, because otherwise they blank the stream annoyingly. Yeah, I was looking at this. Sorry, I was trying to see if that was the RE thing, and it is. And I believe, I could be wrong, but B, in case you don't know, I think this is not the main production that's happening. This is the B production, the B team that have gone out to shoot extra stuff with these characters. Hence, it's like the I can't remember what they call it, but it's the B. Yeah, I think that's the reason for this. So they've just gone off to do these while the other crew is filming with everybody else, the main team.
Yeah. And it's such a beautiful love story. And I thought that I was given the
Might be B crew that I'm thinking.
wrong script, or I'd been told to read the wrong character.
Wait, what's that?
I thought that I was given the wrong script, or I'd been told to such a beautiful love story. And I thought that I was given the wrong script, or I'd been told
Oh, he thought he was given the wrong stuff because he was such a nice guy at first? Okay, that makes sense.
to read the wrong character or something. So the big twist that we have in the middle, I experienced that as a reader and as an audience
Oh, nice. So he didn't know any of that stuff. He just assumed that everything was given to him wrong at first.
member would, which is really nice. Hello, folks.
There you go. We get to see the table reading.
It's an honor to be here. We love this show. Honestly, you will have a good time. The show was made with love by a team that loves it. So I'll now hand over to Mr. Pete McTighe.
Pete McTighe. Okay, there we go. That's how you say his name. Yeah, this shot was the thing that got me, that made me go, they're real people, I think. You nipped out to get sausages? Sausages? Hot dogs. Oh, yes. Raphael, good shout. If I wasn't going out, well, busy, not really going out, but then I would probably get the sausages myself. Also, in the first episode, the doctor said he knew Belinda's name because someone mentioned it to him as important. You're very right. Yes, that would be it. It was Conrad. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I would still wonder if in the last episode, if that whole name thing would come back at some point, you know, with that thing knowing the doctor's name.
The shrieks sit up. Everyone recoils.
Don't you?
And then the first shriek pulls at its own neck, peeling off its face, and its head comes off like a Scooby-Doo villain.
That's exactly what I thought when they pulled off the mask. I thought Scooby-Doo villain at first. Oh look, Russell's got a nice moustache there.
Except underneath is Sparky. Ah, got ya. You idiots.
I kind of feel like, I know that they were surrounded by, like earlier, I feel like they felt like a real threat, and there was the whole power outage thing going on in the pub. They were playing on it, I suppose, because they'd heard about what was happening, blah, blah, blah. But it felt like something actual supernatural had been happening, you know, with these shrieks. and that this part was the only fake part. Because this kind of seems like it was like when you see them in front of the car, and that I was going, yeah, they're just people in outfits. Whereas the other ones earlier actually seemed realistically weird, but being freaked out in that moment, you probably wouldn't think, oh, they're just people in outfits, would you?
I would do, boss.
And they all turn to Conrad, suddenly in charge.
And it's that slow moment of reveal. They all seem really shocked as well, so I think this is the first moment that they've realised that he's a villain. Not so much Millie, but these two. I mean, they could be faking that, but...
Nailed it.
I've never been at a read-through like that. There were people in that read-through who didn't know the
Yeah, there you go.
plot twist. There were literally gasps around that table.
Conrad, what's he talking about? What the hell is going on?
Conrad.
Yeah, look at Verada. She's like, what? He's not. He's
That table.
a bad guy.
Conrad, what's he talking about? What the hell is going on?
Conrad's unbuttoned his shirt. Underneath is a t-shirt with a think tank logo.
We a think tank?
Yeah, she had no idea. I love that. An actual real reaction from a cast member.
Exposing the lies perpetuated by unit. By you. And we're live
Knit.
streaming, so don't get trigger happy.
Jonah played it so well. He lulled us all in
He did, but I still didn't like him anyway.
to his
Great actor though.
web of lies.
This isn't funny.
It's a relief.
Russell without the glasses is far too weird. I know. He looks like a different man. I think it's because the glasses make his eyes look a different size. I think potentially as well, because they're slightly thicker. Could be me though. Second time I'm catching your live while I'm driving. Deb, will you stop watching my lives while you're driving, please? Focus on driving. Watch me when you're back or something. I'll have been finished by then. Likely. By the way, guys, I'm so sorry because it's cutting it short and we're still not even halfway through this. I need to hammer through this. I think I might have to leave the well behind the scenes for today. I think. I'm really sorry. Shall I just watch those in my own time? Because I don't think there's going to be too much. Or we can probably skim through watching it, but it is probably going to block it for me. So let me get on with this, and then we'll think about that.
I've had to listen to your stories for weeks now.
Oh, no.
Your insecurity, vanity.
It's especially exhilarating for watching these two, Shooty and Verada, because these two are not there and present in this episode, and apart from the very beginning. And obviously, Verada's not even in the end.
When Jonah said those words as Conrad, I was like, and it was just really heartbreaking.
Listening to your tedious piano solos getting smothered in lip gloss,
She's like, oh, the tea, the tea.
it's been a chore
She's loving it.
getting to know you.
Oh, God.
Now it's all worth it. Yeah, it was kind of raucous, and I thought that was what every Doctor Who read-through is like, but apparently that one was a particularly heightened and boisterous one, so it was fun to be.
Yeah, because the main character has got this whole big love life going on, and then all of a sudden, bam, he's a villain.
Uh-oh. You know what? You gifted me this moment, Ruby Sunday. Is that even your name? By the
Oh, I hate that bit. That bit really jabs.
way.
It's this next bit, if they show it. No, they didn't. It's the bit when he says it sounds like a silly name anyway or something. That's the bit that hurts. Oh, look, I didn't even notice in this, where it says, whatever it says on the door, assigned or something, it just says arse.
Hello.
I wrote Shriek. I wrote it as a four-legged kind of creeping animal. And so I lent into those kind of fears when I was a kid of the kind of the wolf and the dog-like creature.
I love this scene. Was one of my favorites.
Basically, it's
Also, I like the behind the scenes there.
a four-legged kind of creeping animal. And so I lent into those kind
I don't know. Just like the behind the scenes.
of fears when I was a kid of the kind of the wolf and the dog-like
It looks so much more creepy like this than it did on the actual
creature.
shoot of the shot.
Basically, it's a monster that wants to tag you and hunt you and eat you, and that's
They're just general normal people scrolling by while this is happening. Someone whistling. Doop 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 doop. There's some guys there. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just adjust my head, please.
It's really simple and really terrifying. You can't reason with it. You can't talk it out of a problem. It just wants to eat you. And that's a great monster to have in a show.
Yes.
I could just do it tomorrow, to be fair. Yes, we could tag that onto the next one instead. I know that we were going to tag it onto today's, but typical with things going on, it's, yeah. Shooty was clutching his pearls. He really was. Yeah. To be fair, do you know what we could do? If I get a little time tonight when I'm back, we could always do a tiny live stream tonight. Like a tiny live stream. And I do the behind the scenes then. Or we just tag it to tomorrow. What did I... Yeah, the behind the scenes of the well. I don't know. I really need to get on editing stuff, to be fair, so probably not. I probably should just wait until tomorrow's live stream, if I can tomorrow, because I'm also recording radio stuff tomorrow, so I've already got a lot on. We'll play it by ear.
Then who is in that costume is just the most terrifying guy. Like, the way he moves. Obviously, he's lovely in the flesh.
He's very, very good at the animal movement.
We were genuinely terrified by him.
He's so good. Look at that.
I think one of the great things about Doctor Who is there's lots of practical effects. Lots of it happens in camera, and
I never do tiny. A very good point, to be fair. No, what I meant as in we do like an hour, probably. I need to talk. I'll intro it, and I'll pretty much go straight into... I won't do a talk around. The only reason I do it with these reactions is because the reaction itself is what you guys would come to the live stream for, and I want you all to be here ready and waiting for it. Whereas with the behind the scenes, not so much. You can just sort of drop in and out if you wanted to, and it's just a little hangout for those. But yeah, no, I could probably, most likely will just do it tomorrow, and it will save my sanity as well. And me not having to worry of, oh wait, I've still got to do another live stream later as well. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I need to do the outro as well. Thank you, Raphael. Yes, I do. I might just film that today. That'll be very confusing for me when it comes to editing. So no, I will do that tomorrow when we do, or whenever we do the behind the scenes
aesthetics, and it doesn't rely too heavily on VFX, and
wait, so his eyes are in...
That's really great as an actor. When the shriek is
his eyes in there?
There's lots of practical effects. Lots of it happens in camera, and they're aesthetic.
Yeah, I think his eyes are in the back of the mouth.
And it doesn't rely...
As in where the actor's eyes are?
Too heavily on VFX. And
hence why you can do this.
And that's really great as an actor.
Maybe.
When the shriek is coming at you, it's very scary, and you don't really need to act too much.
So weird to have, like, written him and he's standing here, and it's actually quite terrifying.
Terrifying is... It's definitely the word.
Teeth. Amazing. What's it like in there? Are you warm?
Yeah, it's really good.
It reminds me. Does anybody remember in... Oh, do you remember what... Was it the episode of with David Tennant as the 14th? And you had the big bug-eyed creatures, and then it's at the very beginning or something, they just pan over to the guy in the outfit, and he just goes, "Hello there," like that, or something. And that reminded me of from Hot Fuzz when he goes, "Hello there," in the background, or "Hello there." But this bit reminds me of that. It's so terrifying, and yet then he goes, "Oh yeah, it's all right in here." It's so funny.
Quite terrifying. Teeth. My creation. So you can see out through the throat, right?
Just about.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can see through the front. Yeah, so it must be through where the back here is. There's two little black marks.
It's very murky.
Yeah.
If you can't see my face, we open the mouth more.
Right.
And so I can see more.
What else do you control on that apart from
Oh, I like that. So you can see more when he's away.
from the mouth?
So this joystick is the eyeballs. You can see he's looking.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's creepy. Oh, I don't like that when it rolled around. Blah, blah, blah.
So I can make him
Amazing.
look around and I can make him blink.
Yeah, the blinking is the best thing. The robot from oh yeah, you guys don't know this. Yeah, from episode 1, the little robot. I want one. He's so damn cute. So cute. The little cleanup robot. It reminds me so much of is it Weeble? Weebo? Oh wait, is that a different kind of word? Weebo? From Flubber. That I make mention of it in the reaction as well. Did you have to be elsewhere soon? Yeah, I do. It's sometime after 6, so I do need to get going ASAP. Yeah, I do have plans, so that's why I need to get through this ASAP. I've only got 4 minutes left.
With this plunger, and then
Can we sniff?
yeah, and to sniff, I can move the upper lip
Oh look, they're not just joysticks. Yeah, they are, like she said, plungers. They go, they press down.
and the eyebrows.
Oh, so he can furrow his brow. That's really good.
It's kind of
Snarl and yeah.
so that's a sniff. Kind of tricky. It's like patting your head and rubbing your tummy.
Yeah.
That's so fascinating.
You have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
think
yeah,
about all
yeah.
the pieces together.
And we never really see you standing either. Usually you're kind of on all fours and lengthening your body as you kind of crawl, aren't you?
I wonder if the shots, you know, where we see the thing pass by really quickly in front of the camera, I wonder if they're digitally added in, or if they had something like him or a person run past the camera really quickly.
Yeah. See, that is actually scarier, I think, when you're like that, because it's kind of
Yeah.
dog-like.
And it reminds me of the dog creature from Ghostbusters that I was saying about.
Really quite terrifying. Okay, yeah.
He's like, you can stop now, please.
He worked so hard in that suit, he could hardly see.
Oh, there you go, the director, Peter Hall.
Wonderful movement coach, Paul Casey, was with him the whole time. Paul's been on the show forever, and it was very clear to me that what Paul
I did not know that he'd been on the show for a while.
had with those performers was a brilliant shorthand, and it was just easier to say, Paul, can we get this? And Paul would interpret it, so I wouldn't have to worry that either. It's like a sort of co-director in that role, really.
Up there, we're going again.
I'm playing far too much of this that I shouldn't be playing because it's gonna block soon. Similar to Jabba the Hutt, expression controls. Really, gotta admit, I've not seen Star Wars, but I know the Jabba the Hutt is from Star Wars. But yes, I can see what you mean. Until they rearranged the effects, I know that part. Everyone wants a little robot from season 1, from episode 1. Really, yeah, he's so cute, so cute. I want to get. Have you seen? There's like a little cleanup robot thing. It's not a cleanup robot. It's a little robot that you can buy. It's mainly so you can talk to, like, if you've got another half who's far away, you can get these little robots. They're very expensive, but you get these little robots that they can roam around your house, and if they fall off a surface, they're still okay, and you can talk and see through it from the other side. Like if you're talking to your partner who's miles away, they can see and hear, and they can watch stuff with you and chat to you and stuff. And it's such a really cool idea, but yeah, it's expensive, and it reminds me of that a little bit.
See, there's another Shriek performer, and that was George. He was our stunt Shriek.
Oh, they had multiple people. I thought that was the same guy.
We wanted
I love that.
something dramatic, so we ended up with George leaping over this wall in the village and then crawls at high speed at the top of this car. I love those simple moments where they're sort of mundane and the ordinary, and I think those sort of interactions make the kids excited.
It also scares the living hell out of people as well.
So I'm wondering, how committed are you to the lies you've told?
I love that in the background they have it's literally, I think it's the same footage they played before, just repeating over and over again in the background. It is because this one cut just then.
I have a deep love for the Brigadier in the classic series.
I did not see that. They had the Brigadier in there who played her dad. I think that's a still frame actually from Doctor Who itself. Because I believe that's the frame of the Brigadier that's the picture of the Brigadier that I used when I made mention of him. previously. Did you guys see that? Did you know? Was it Die Hard Who and Marty fans? Wait, what? Thanks, chat, Mike, Darkly, Yok, Deb. Wait, Raphael, you have to go. The hell you mean you haven't seen Star Wars? I haven't seen Star Wars. That's what it means. I was never into it. I never thought it looked... You know, you just don't think that something is your thing, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I say that, and I have actually seen one of them, partly one of them, I say, because I was at a birthday party when I was a child, and we watched one of them, but I don't know which one it was, and I would not remember a single thing of it if I ever saw it again today. At some point, potentially we get into it on the channel, but there are so many spin-offs, so if I was ever to do Star Wars, it would likely only be the films. Not the series that there's like 1,000 billion of. But I think there's one show that I kind of wanted to see, and that was about it. I kind of want to see how The Mandalorian's done. That wasn't the show I was thinking of. It was the one where he's a archaeologist? No, what is he? Is it Moon or Shadow something, or I don't know. But yeah, there's far too much lore and everything going into it, and I know I'll just watch it and I either won't get it, or I will get it, I know I will. Or I will likely have a lot of haters from it because I just won't understand it or something. And I know I will understand it from a sci-fi loving aspect, and I'm sure they're really cool now going into it. The original trilogy. So if I watch them, by the way, at some point, it will be the originals. Moon Shadow, that's it. Thank you very much. Yes, Moon Shadow is the one that I kind of wanted to see. It looked interesting. I saw the trailers for everything. I've seen clips of everything, and it's like Marvel for me. Marvel doesn't interest me, but yeah, I've seen every Marvel film up to the end of Phase 1. Is it Phase 1? Endgame. And I love Spider-Man films, so I've seen them all. No interest in seeing the others, though. So you're likely not to see anything Marvel from me. Maybe once upon a time you might, sometime. But you will see Star Wars potentially from me. But other people have said to me not even to get into that stuff, probably because the fandoms are very specific with it. But I would like to see them at some point. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, sorry, if I watch the original trilogies, the original films, I will be watching the theatre original versions with no effects done to them. I have copies of them all now, and I also have copies of because I was planning on watching them at some point, and I also have copies of the redone versions by whoever the people, the fans that remade the film at one point. They didn't remake it, but they re-spliced it together to look like the original theatre version from the 4K or 1080p versions of the new stuff, but splicing in the old sequences in places that needed it. Yeah, so I have copies of all that stuff, but it was ages I got that like last year or so. So yeah. That's it. The Harmy Despecialized. Thank you. There's a couple of versions. I think I got a mixture of that, the Harmy stuff, and then the other stuff. Just in case. Some things have passionate fandoms. I mean, Doctor Who has passionate fandoms as well, to be fair. Yeah. Buffy I started watching at one point. Star Trek, another one I never got into, but I did... Sorry, we'll get back into this in a second. Star Trek, I had almost the entire season of... or the entire show on VHS of Voyager, I want to say. So I've watched loads of Voyager when I was growing up. But I never... I like it. I enjoyed it. But I was never a Trekkie in the fact that I wanted to watch the entire thing. But hey, again. And I also did see, one thing I really did like the look of was they've recently been doing little shorts. Or is it fans that have been doing the shorts? Of in-universe stuff that I think is CGI or digital effects using like William Shatner from years ago, or maybe even using William Shatner now, I'm not entirely sure, like de-aging him. And it's such good work. It makes no sense to me because I have no idea what that is about, but it looks incredible, the work that's been done. Anyway, I'm going off on tangents about other sci-fi stuff, sorry. But yeah, that's why I've not seen Star Wars. And I'd never been interested in it, but now I'm doing this channel. I know that people would enjoy seeing literally my very first reactions to that franchise, apart from the stuff that I saw when I was at that birthday party years ago. But I think I was chatted to my friend mostly through the film, and because I was never really into it. So, and I've played the games, and well, I say I played the games. I've played one game with a friend, that same friend. Jar Jar Binks. I know Jar Jar Binks, and I used to always do that. Jar Jar Binks to my friend years ago, the same friend. So I know that, and I know R2D2 and all this stuff, and I've made a trailer of stuff. Of like the what did I call it? It was basically everything to do with Star Wars, all combined into one trailer. It was like a trailer for the entire thing, even though I've never seen it. And it was meant to be. It was on purpose that I did it as a non-fan of Star Wars, doing a trailer about Star Wars to see if I could make an impactful one. And it is out there. Many people don't know about it. So, it's only a very quick montage type thing, but just preparing for your quick exit, I know. Very quick exit, because I need to go in shortly. So anyway, let's get with this.
And that extends to Kate. I had the time to dig deeper into her character in this episode, and what I really wanted to do.
I'm glad you did dig deeper, because I was fed up of seeing the outside of her character and not having much of Kate, because I just kind of grown out of love with Kate, her character.
It was challenge her on a very fundamental level and see how far she would go.
Where is the doctor and his box of tricks?
Oh, you're so lucky he's not here.
It's this bit when she steps in front of Ruby. I love it.
She's telling the truth. And actually, I'm glad he's not here.
Gemma. That's her name. The actor's name. Gemma. I think. Yeah.
Because he would have stopped me.
Does she go too far? Would she have let Conrad
Yeah, she goes too far.
die? He does actually get his arm ripped off. Is that her fault?
Wait, his arm got ripped off? No, he didn't. Russell, he got his arm bitten. His arm's still there. Or is that it being reattached? He only gets it bit, doesn't he? Has it been ripped off in that? What?
Was she answerable to?
Apparently so, by the showrunner himself.
How lonely is she? How powerful is she? And actually, we love this. And I think it's something we're going to try and keep going with Kate whenever we see her now. And I hope we keep seeing her forever, because
I hope we do.
I love working with her.
The truth, Conrad, as requested.
So I think she gets pushed to the point almost of losing her loyalty to save any human being, regardless of how appalling and despicable and criminal they are. Or
I've just realised I've been playing a lot of that. Sorry, guys. You think it was reattached? Yeah, obviously it's been reattached. But I thought that was just... He'd had a cut around his arm. I did wonder why that metal thing was on him. Makes perfect sense that it was ripped off and then fully reattached at that point. So, yeah. You enjoy the updated, enhanced lightsaber battles? In the Harmies version, is that? Yeah. I actually do own a copy, by the way, of the original... I think it's the VHS theatrical release of Star Wars. The one that then became the Last Hope? A New Hope, that's it. The one that became A New Hope, that's another film, The Last Hope.
the dreadful things that they do, I think.
I think it's the VHS or it's the original film reel of it. Not the original film reel, but like a copy of the original film reel.
She gets pushed almost to the point of losing her loyalty to.
It's such a tiny version that I can't show you it on screen. Well, I can, but it's terrible quality.
That principle. She doesn't. But I thought that was interesting and dark and a fascinating thing to explore and to play and to play with.
Please stop it! You told us it's not real.
There's no question that she goes too far when she unleashes the shriek. It's a calculated risk, but it's a very risky move. And it
is the fact that Ruby comes in far too late when he's literally about to rip his face off.
The beginning of a story that has...
But I do agree with what they said about her.
Repercussions beyond this episode, beyond this season, even beyond this show.
Last night, went way too far. Geneva.
Like you said.
What does he say there? Geneva would.
Last night, went way too far. Geneva.
Like you said.
Oh, Geneva 112, I think he says. He's about to say about Geneva Convention. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I'm the governor. It's your lucky day.
Look at the set. It looks so basic for this shot.
What's it like playing?
And also the people in the background inside, holding the boom mic and that. Love it.
Mrs. Flood, and what do you think's coming?
Well, it's a bit of a ride.
I bet.
I have no idea. And
Sure, you don't have any idea. You know. She knows.
I did think I had an idea at the end of the last series.
Yeah, so this is the scene. This is the scene I'm saying about that when I went, what? She's now her neighbour as well? I'm confused.
But it's all changing again.
Oh yeah, and then the bit when we see her at the end of Lux as well. Yes.
No, but thank you so much for giving me this outfit and character.
Oh, Anita Dobson's so lovely.
It's
So-
joy.
And I love
Creepy in the show, but really lovely in person.
to see Mum, I really quite like the prison.
I think there could be a spin-off show in this. Mrs. Flood running a prison. Let's just do it.
Maybe not the running the prison, but that'd be great to have a Mrs. Flood spin-off. And if it turns out she is, some purposeful character.
We'll tell Russell. Get on the phone.
At the end of series 1, you kind of saw her reveal true villainy. She stood on that rooftop.
That's how they filmed that shot? Okay.
Not camply at all, in a white fur coat, revealing her villainous intent. And now that's continuing. Now she's mysteriously Belinda's neighbours.
Also, it's interesting that we get to see a behind-the-scenes shot of the previous season. And they even had I know they keep these on file for ages, like I do. But, yeah, amazing that we get to see that.
Rooftop, not camply at all, in a white fur coat, revealing her villainous intent. And now that's continuing. Now she's mysteriously Belinda's neighbour. Well, clearly it's all heading somewhere.
Clearly, it is.
This is the year in which you find out the blood is unleashed.
Yes. Thank you, Russell. I'm glad that we finally find out. Okay. So we're finally going to find out about Mrs. Flood. Okay. It's a bloody miracle that we finally will find out. Okay, what have you said? Just really quickly, and then I'm going to have to end the stream, guys. I'm so sorry. Star Trek Unification, that's it. Perfect fan film. Shatner de-aged. Yes, that's it, yeah. I can't remember if it was actually using real people or if it was just all digital, but it looks so good. And obviously not having any reference points, I had no idea specifics of it. But it looks good, though. It looks really good. Yeah, so that was me watching... What did we watch? What was this episode called? Lucky Day. Well, guys, that was me watching Lucky Day. Thoroughly enjoyed watching the little bits of behind the scenes there as well. The fact that we got so many juicy shots of like the creatures and how the creatures worked. You know, the animatronics behind the eyes and how the actors within them were able to move around the sets and all of that stuff. I'm glad that they actually showed us that stuff. That is what I look for in a behind the scenes. That and the shots of how they film certain things, and also seeing how big a set they have, because there are a lot of productions where they just don't have much of a set, and it is just, here's a green screen, here's a prop. I mean, look at Wild Blue Yonder, for instance. In Wild Blue Yonder, it was literally a walkway and loads of green screen. So that isn't, you can tell when it's on screen, and it is just a lot of green screen. So it's not great. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, something I'm going to do now, guys. I need to do this for this episode and the previous episode, but I need to introduce the sponsor. So it's going to seem really strange of me saying this, because I don't even know if I'm going to include it yet, or if I'm going to even include any of the Surfshark sponsor stuff. So before I end the video, I just want to say a quick thanks to our Before I end the video, I just want to say a huge thank you to our sponsor, Surfshark VPN. There we go. Huge thanks to the sponsor, Surfshark VPN, and hopefully you guys enjoy using it as much as I do, because it is a genuinely good piece of product that I use on a daily basis, and I use it for when I do these Doctor Who videos as well. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an amazing day, and hopefully I get to see you at some point soon, at some time and space, in our TARDIS. Bye. I think that's it. I think there was probably more that I could have said. Oh yeah, and I also need to say, also don't forget, if you want to see the full uncut reaction to this, you can see some stuff over on Patreon and YouTube members, but you can also check out the uncut reactions as live streams over here on YouTube. That's it, guys. Huzzah! Finale double bill at the weekend. It'll be Torture waiting. Oh, that's such a good idea to do the last 2 episodes. Wait, so what are we on now? This is 4. Is this 4? Yeah, this is 4. Wait, was this? Yeah, 4, and then we do 5 tomorrow. Isn't there 8 though? Take this with kindness. Push off. Thank you. Was that a good take? I think it was for the ending there. I think it was. It all kind of rolled into one, and I can use that for both of them. For both episodes. For this one, and for... I don't have to say a goodbye now for the next one either. I can just do the, you know, the stuff when we do that one. I am going to need to go though, guys. I'm really sorry. It has been incredible today. Thank you for watching. I'm reading your chat at the same time as talking. Yeah, maybe we can do that. So tomorrow is going to be Friday. Tomorrow will be episode 5. But then we have episodes 6, 7, and 8 still to watch. So tomorrow is... I have the episode names somewhere. That's if I get a chance to do tomorrow. I think I will. The Story and the Engine. That's a weird one as well. The story title sounds, in the episode title, sounds really intriguing. And I'm hoping that it's going to be a really good episode. And that's the one that I said to you guys about with the trailer. There is that shot. I did mention it on Twitter and Blue Sky, I believe. But there's a shot in the trailer that shows the Tenant. And let me see if I can... I don't know if it will show up for me if I type in... Okay, that's really weird. Sorry, I just went on to... So I follow these 2 people who've just made a horror film. And they're creators. You might know of her, Chris Collins. So weirdly, you know, when I said when I was trying to get the thing to work, it came up on a random thing that I follow, the trailer to the new film that they've made, and it's so confusing seeing a trailer to a film, House on Eden, and it's her face, and I was like, huh? And then I realised it was the film they were made. Doi. Oh, Chris Collins, by the way, is Call Me Chris, in case you didn't know who I was talking about. I want to find really quickly before I go. I am chancing this, but if I type in Doctor Who, Tenant, story and the engine, magazine. Wait, Doctor Who trailer. Will that show me what it is? Okay, thankfully no spoilers. Tennant and Tate poster. What I'll do is I'll show you the poster instead, because it's the poster of them from the Giggle, I think it is. It's this one. Hang on. So look out for it in the shot. Okay. I think it's as the wind's blowing or something, and there's the camera sort of pans across like near the bench. Working sim stream's muted now. Okay, that's no worries. I'm gonna go in a minute anyway, so take this with kindness and push off. You're late. I am very late and I need to go within like 8 minutes, so work. Okay. It's not working, so I'll just share the screen like this. This image here. Tennant and Tate here. Do you see what the one I'm on about? It'll probably load in time, but that's the one that's hidden. That one there. It's hidden in the episode of the story in the engine. And I don't know why. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's the stream for today. Thank you so much. Oh, you forgot about that as well. Okay. It did show up in the trailer. Yeah, it just very briefly. I don't know if it's actually in the episode itself, though, so we'll have to look out for it. I don't know if that's anything to do with the story, though. Again, like that's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's anything to do with like previous Doctors in the story or something. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you have an amazing day, and I need to go. So take care, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. I'm planning on doing another live stream tomorrow potentially to watch the story in the engine, and then we'll also hopefully get a chance to watch the Wells thing as well, behind the scenes as well. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have an amazing day. Bye. Thank you. Bye, Mike. And also bye, Raphael. And bye, Darkly. Bye, Deb. And bye, Sad Bunny, if you're here as well. And to everyone else watching as well, thank you so much. Have an incredible evening or day, wherever it is for you guys. Bye. See you tomorrow. Hopefully.